Hello, everybody, and players going at the table. Welcome back to our D&D session this evening for whatever it is that we're doing. I have lost the words. I've lost the plot, which probably doesn't bode well, seeing as I'm the DM. But we will get through it tonight. Thank you so much for joining us here on Casual Cactus for the Glassbreakers Guild. That's the one I was trying to find out. Hope you are having a wonderful evening and hope you enjoy tonight's session. Just a few quick reminders as we get started. You can go out to our YouTube channel. Once you're there, do hit like and subscribe. Make sure you turn on the notifications so that you'll always know when new content gets uploaded to the channel. We got a lot of stuff out there. Too much to really go through. Hours and hours and hours of us playing D&D, talking about D&D, having fun with other stuff, casual gaming wise. Just make sure that you make yourself at home and enjoy the content that we have put together. We do also run a Discord server. We use it primarily to let you guys know what the broadcasting schedule is going to be. It's going to be one of those nights. We use it to let you guys know if there is any change to our schedule. We have had some things come up and happen that have necessitated a few changes to how things work around here. But for the most part, if any of that comes up, we will let you guys know via Discord. That is all. I am going to take time out to jabber before we get started. So I will turn it over to the table for whoever would like to give us a recap. And I believe, Braden, it has fallen to you.
Again?
You are very bad at this
before
game.
you start that, can I confirm? Am I okay to play this one? Okay, I just didn't have
Yeah, you're fine.
confirmation. Okay.
Sorry.
You're good.
I was going to when things got busy at work. Imagine that.
I want to know, if he had just told you no.
I have other characters.
Okay. So I was wondering, I was like, you're like, can I play this? And he's just like, no. And you're like, all right, you just get up and walk out.
No,
All right,
I
Braden.
couldn't definitely
Yes,
person.
sorry, I was working on a thing.
Yeah, no worries. Take it away.
Fix my hair. Let's see, where did we end last time? Here we go. We, after the fiasco at the Demetrius, we returned back to Castian's shop to sort of go over game plan, decide what we're going to do. And Castian showed back up after a couple of weeks of a hiatus. What the hell is that note?
I'm excited about this.
Urchins! I was like, Urkins!
The Urkins.
While we're at the shop, we are harassed by urchins paid by the other hat shops to throw Molotovs and rocks and all that way. Talk to them and just be like, no. And then let them on their way. Talk some more. In the morning, Akerai shows up and we bring him up to speed on what has happened with the Demetrius, whatnot. He gives Simi a package. We'll get back to that. That happened several hours later. We decided to go find Ariani to see if she can help us with radiant damage against the Hunter spawn.
She cannot.
She cannot. Spoilers. Simi and Cassian go wandering around towards the docks in that Hawthorne hat shop. Rain, Lucas, and Killian go to the Prince and the Scribe. She's not there. After investigating, she had mentioned a shrine of Dunos across the river in the merchant's quarters. Castian makes it rain heavily in the Hawthorne hat shop.
It was a light rain. Only 10 gallons worth.
You were threatening to kill people.
Lucas prays to Dunos and is led to the shrine between two shops. In an alleyway courtyard in the center is a plinth with a glass prism which casts multicolored lights. There are a shrine to all of the 9 gods here. We give a small respectful ritual to Dunos, and Arini shows up, and we talk to her. There are very few devoted people. She doesn't have what we're looking for. So we thank her for our time and leave. The two Yahoos, while at Klein's Caps, Simi scolds Castian on making it rain at Hawthorne and knowing who sent the Vandals, forcefully shoves Castian forward. He does it again, making it rain. She doesn't know how he's doing it, but she knows it's him doing it. We all meet up again to discuss our options on the coming issue. Finally looking at the package Akerai gave us is the Hand Mirror of Blasting, which is a 5 foot wide, 50 foot long beam of radiant damage. And Rain gave Killian a letter.
I think that
All right.
pretty well covers
Yeah,
it.
I think that sums us up.
I'm more upset though. There's a ton of ink that I no longer have access to.
Wait, why?
Is there anything else anybody wants to add to that?
I mean, Rain hasn't left yet, though, has he? Like officially?
Not officially. No, you
Yeah.
just gave him a letter.
Yeah, no, don't worry.
Is up all of it for him?
I mean, it's his card.
Well, yeah, just the index card that came
Oh,
with it.
gotcha.
Right.
I was confused.
No, I just looked it up for him.
Okay, so it's like I don't understand.
Anybody else have anything to add?
No, I think that I pretty much covered it all.
The
Yeah.
mirror thing.
Mhm.
Did we?
Oh,
so.
at the very end of last time, I said I was
Yes.
casting Identify on it.
Oh, okay.
Yes, so I guess.
So
you
we
didn't
have
actually-
information if someone has information for us.
I thought that we had actually discussed.
Yeah.
No, we didn't.
No.
Never.
All we
mind.
know is it is a
You left
beam
it off.
5 feet wide, 50 foot long, and does radiant damage. You didn't tell us how many charges. You didn't tell us what the damage number is,
Oh,
or what save associated with it is.
It's fine if you don't have that ready. I was like, we cast Identify. I don't know that we actually have any of that information yet.
I don't know that I did actually think about it.
It's good. We'll say that for both charges and damage, the answer is enough.
That works.
Give me a sec.
And Scritch needs to remember to open her presents when she gets a present from Akerai.
When Scritch?
When
I mean, yeah.
there are too many
There was a
names.
brief moment where the canon of this world just got really weird. You just watch this monk walk up and all of a sudden into this
Into a
kangaroo.
Kenku. It's a shiny mirror.
It's
What do you
just like one step and then back to see me.
That explains so much.
Well, I mean, considering Lamont's Wells briefly shifted into Waterdeep for the briefest of moments.
Right.
It's just a very confused Kenku wandering around now. Oh.
Aren't you always?
Why do I feel like that was a personal attack?
I don't know. Why do you feel like that was a personal attack?
Oh, he's writing things.
Disadvantage.
He's currently bullshitting what this does.
He looks like
Always
he's
a
actually
dangerous
referencing
game.
something.
No, he's writing something. It's just
Gonna get handed something. I'm like, so it does 8d3 plus.
8d3 plus
47.
47?
I mean, it's actually kind of nice.
It's just a flat
It's flat.
47
Flat.
guaranteed.
The flat damage being
Actually, yeah, flat
high,
damage.
even
is-
if the other stuff is super low.
I can't wait to use my other magical item.
Which one would that be?
Look, I'm not her. I'm
Yeah,
curious.
I'm not her.
Oh yeah.
Well, I thought that's what you were originally
Here,
gonna
I'm on
do
your side.
in the thing, because you were asking
We
about
like it when you
dimensions.
die.
No, I need to be truly alone for that one.
Okay then.
Butt plug the fireball.
No context needed.
He went into a magic shop and he went behind the beaded curtain in the
No,
back to get it.
never come back there. That's my favorite place to go. Because it makes my DM figure out a whole bunch of stuff to be behind the beaded curtain. Sorry, Danny. Sort of.
Sorry means you're not going to do it again.
Yeah,
I'm sort of sorry.
An actual apology has like action to it. It's not just like empty words.
Well, I am sorry that it.
Be right back. I just printed something.
Okay.
Hi guys.
Oh, gosh dang it, my person that... Steven,
What?
did you know that we run other games on this channel, but not anymore?
Wait, do we?
No, we don't anymore.
But they're on our YouTube channel.
Okay.
Sorry, I just had to make up some stats out of thin air.
So,
Ooh.
did you identify?
Oh, is this how many it restores? That's nice. That's handy.
How many it restores?
The 2d10 plus Arcana roll per charge? Or is that damage?
That's damage.
Oh, jeez.
Well, that's not a plus 47, but that is a plus 8.
No. You didn't read that right. 2d10 plus roll your Arcana check.
So as many as 20 plus Arcana.
Oh.
Oh.
Wait, hold on. Wait, what?
Oh.
Yeah, you did not read
That's-
that right, my friends.
Okay. It's what the DM says it does, so...
Who are we to say? Who are we to
Just
fight against
remember,
you?
that means I can throw bigger monsters at you guys.
That's fine. I like bigger monsters.
Danny, what's your Arcana bonus?
More chance that I could die.
Let's do.
Why would we be letting Danny use it?
It was a present from my
It was
boyfriend.
given to her.
You
What's-
jerk, you're gonna
what's
take
your
my
Arcana?
present?
8.
Might as well. Can I take a look? Here, I'll let you look at this.
Hey, Sammy. Do you want me to kill him? Get your mirror back?
No.
Oh.
Get your mirror back?
No.
Wait, what?
Wait, what?
Bastian.
I don't know about that one.
Right? This is interesting. I don't know how to feel about this.
And?
So Killian will identify, and Killian doesn't say anything. We continue your conversation. I'm sure you were talking while I was doing this.
I don't remember what about now. So.
You were probably chewing someone out.
Oh, I probably was. But yeah,
When does
yeah.
Wayne leave?
So when I find out the damage
Probably not
done
until
and which
Evening.
group of people committed said crime,
'Cause
the
he's
other
gonna
hat
fly
shop
out of the cities.
you are paying back out of your own coffers.
I can get your mirror back.
I can also
Killian's like-
just ask for it back.
And if he doesn't,
May I have my mirror back?
If you really want it, but it will be more effective in someone else's hands, I am confident.
Okay, what does it do?
Oh, it shoots a giant ass beam of light that deals a lot of damage.
Okay. Who needs to hold it? Not him.
No, not him.
Okay.
Probably
Probably
not
me.
me. I have got my sword. So.
I'm
yeah,
smart.
magic doesn't seem to like you right now.
What?
You don't touch my stuff.
Probably me or
I
Ray.
saw how you treat other people's stuff.
what are we talking about?
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Just
Okay.
I had to deliberate within myself. Don't judge me. It takes me a second. Okay, fine. Yeah. So yeah, you've got no bargain there. Yeah.
In a completely unrelated note, I need to apply some makeup. Can I borrow a mirror?
I no.
Steel mirror.
Moving on.
Right. So this will give us an upper hand.
If used properly, yes.
Okay.
Awkward. I feel awkward often here.
Okay, so what did y'all learn while you were out?
Well,
He's not there.
We have to use the mirror
Oh, I'm
because that's
still-
the only thing that can
Rain is
help
still
us.
here.
Oh, Rain
He,
has
he
a
Yeah,
has-
location.
he's leaving like evening.
Where these things are.
Okay.
Yeah, we already knew that. Because remember, we fought them.
Sorry, I was absolutely distracted.
do we want to go after them tonight?
Okay, so here's the thing. I think we're gonna need to plan it a little bit because with this mirror, we're gonna need to create a funnel
Okay.
to hit
Okay.
as many as possible in one swoop.
I can't ask that because I wasn't there.
Well,
well, no, I didn't see them.
What's the width range?
It was a 5 foot, and it was how many feet long?
15.
Yeah. So it is. It will hit everything in a 5 foot wide, 30, 50, 50 foot long line.
So like gangplank?
Or just something to try and. Like the gangplank could work, but that's a little closer. Maybe if we like
You got some foil in the back.
did some prep work on an alleyway or something, and then
Will
lured
they
them to
chase
us.
us that far?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah, if it's a nearby enough
Ah,
alley.
Gotta get the voice right.
If it's a near enough alley and we pose significant threat, then yes.
We could make our own gangway on the opposite side of the boat from where the other one is.
Huh.
Get them as they're running across. Lure them
Yeah.
to one side and lure them back across.
That's not what I was thinking, but that does work.
It can't be that hard to piss them off to get them to chase us.
I mean, I think if we just approach.
Are you're volunteering as tribute?
I mean, I can run pretty fast, but
I can too. Once we kind of figure out how we want to go about the logistics of it, Castian and I could potentially.
Yeah, I mean, I
Go there, man.
don't recall them being particularly fast.
So we could probably outrun them.
Probably.
do they have any magic? Can they like teleport or anything like that?
They can go
You know of?
incorporeal.
Yeah, they
What?
can become
Ghostly.
insubstantial for a time.
Are they invisible?
Not that we've seen.
Yeah. Should be easy enough, right?
So do you want to spend the rest of right now just looking for an alleyway?
I would prefer not to do it around my shop, but
No, we'll
Well,
have to
no.
we'll have to do it at the dry dock because I don't think we can lure them too far away.
And you don't want to lure them through a bunch of civilians that could then be casualties.
I think first we should do some recon, see how many there are.
There's at
Well,
least
we
40.
already know that there's at least 40. I think we should recon attack positions.
Yeah, the area. We're not going to be able
So
to
we have to
actually.
bottleneck them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're not going to be able to know how many there are without actually picking the fight. So, plan on at least twice as many and be pleasantly surprised if we're wrong.
Can that little mirror take out 40?
You talk big talk, you can, right?
Well,
Maybe.
let me do some math real fast, and I'll get back to you on that.
40, 45, 50. So, about 10. 10 in one blast if we're lucky.
How many blasts do we have?
We have 9.
That'd do it. We
Provided-
just have to make
provided
sure
we
that
don't
they're,
miss.
that they conga line.
Yeah.
And we also need to at least keep a little bit in the tank for
The big
whoever
guy.
your fellow in the tomb is.
Yeah, or stragglers that's not immediately there.
I will.
But if I remember correctly, Keith, if I remember correctly, this just negates the regeneration aspect, right?
Well, it'll knock out the regeneration.
But for a round.
Right, for a round.
Yeah, as far as we know, they're not vulnerable to it.
Can I make an intelligence check on how much HP I remember them roughly having? Or how many good
this
whacks would be
Magic
required?
damage.
Yes.
Hang on. Your question to me right now is: does this hand mirror that creates a beam of light that is 5 feet long and 50 feet wide? And your question is this magical damage? That's your question right now. You'd like to know if the
Very
mirror creates
specifically.
magical damage.
Very specifically, yes.
It's a mirror. If it didn't create
Very
magical
broadly,
damage,
yes, it's magical damage.
the only other damage it does is bludgeoning or piercing if I break it over someone's head.
But we shouldn't do
Slashing
that!
if
No.
the pieces.
Slashing if you
Slashing at the pieces, yeah. The nature of the beast dictates that it will be magical damage, yes.
So I'm only asking that because Lucas has giant, light sword,
Right.
which is able to kill them quite easily. So I'm trying to do the math of what normal weapons
Okay.
would.
Make me a history check.
A history check, you say?
I don't even remember.
13.
Worst case scenario,
It's gonna be. It's kind of hard to remember.
Okay, that's fine.
if we need a place to hold up, I can help with that.
I still think it might be in our best interest to go ask our friend up the hill if he has any other things we could use.
Absolutely.
Because while this is powerful, it is still limited. And there are a lot of them.
It's about noonish right now? Or a little later than that?
A little bit later, and it's still early afternoon.
I suppose we can just trek over there and have a little chat. I do feel bad that it's just continually popping in on him, but
Yeah.
I'm not sure that Castian and I should go.
why?
I just kind of like grab your arm and pull you to the side.
Me?
Yeah, like, because Castian really doesn't need to be in that place.
Why?
I don't trust that he's not going to try to steal something or stab something.
Why?
Castian was with us the first time we went and met him, right?
I think so.
And when we
I
found out
forget.
he was a dragon, wasn't Castian with us?
I'm pretty sure.
I'm pretty sure Castian was with us.
Oh, never mind then.
Maybe? I don't remember.
I'll check.
Retcon that if so, but I thought that Nate was already gone by then.
I do
Oh, that was the day he left.
No, so he was not.
He was not there.
Huh.
So no.
That was the session after he left.
He's destroying hat shops randomly with Grey Malice.
Wait, hold on, loop back around. He's what?
He's making it rain inside all of the other hat shops in town. and-
Like,
No. No.
As
like
if I could just
actually
magically control the
Making it
weather.
rain.
yeah.
Ruining any non-waterproof hats and probably
Oh, okay, all right.
buildings.
Hold on here.
Let's get this out in the air.
As if I can magically control the weather.
How is
Inside
he
a building.
making it rain
What?
in the building?
Would you like
Without
to
me.
elaborate?
Oh.
I know you did.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Now, when you say it rained in the building,
Literally.
like just water fell out of the sky
Yes.
into the building.
Not from the sky, but from the short sky in the building, yes.
Short.
But doesn't he cast fire
I can do
campfires?
bonfire.
Why would you try to reverse your motif?
He doesn't make a lot of sense.
Okay. So you saw him.
I saw it rain once, and then the second hat shop that we walked past, people screamed and ran out soaking wet.
Whose hat shops were they?
I'll give you some bets.
What was it? Was it Hawthorne and the other one?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, it was.
Okay.
Just a little water.
Uh-huh.
Just a little water don't kill anybody.
Depends on the context, but sure.
That is both not true and concerning.
So as you'll see, I don't know that it's wise to take him along, and I also don't know that it's wise to leave him unattended.
But what does this have to do with him stealing from our friend?
Or just meeting our friend.
I like meeting people.
I don't want to make mad the man that can turn into an unknowable force.
It
Okay,
doesn't
okay.
seem like you care what happens to him currently because you want to beat him in the face, and you're just like, yeah.
She was not referring. Castian was not who she was referring to when she said the man that can
No.
turn into an unknowable force.
I'm aware who
So
I was referring to. You want to beat him in the face,
I'm a
and you
little.
were scared that the man who you were scared will scare.
Okay, we're getting
Yeah.
there.
You
I know
think
that you know that you know.
I have the social flexibility of a turnip. Don't mess with me.
I'm a little
Hold on.
confused where the connection is between causing rain in the houses and the shops of people he dislikes and stealing from our friend.
He has tried to flambe our friends in the past.
What?
He has actively sabotaged situations that have directly dealt with us in his mind to the betterment of the moment.
Oh, okay, hang on.
I'm always
He has
really
tried to
good.
fillet our friends, but in his defense, both of us had it coming.
Wait, what now?
Well, he tried to fillet me, and he tried to fillet Akarai, but in his defense, we did both sort of deserve it.
Did you?
Yes! What has he sabotaged?
Okay, so this is a Danny moment. I am
you
reasonably
can
positive-
remember? You can just tell us what you're referencing about the table if you want.
Yeah, like I believe that he accidentally told people that we would not have wanted to know our identities and to a certain extent our plans before then leaving his care team. And I'm still not totally sure that that's actually on the up and up and that you were allowed to leave.
Did he tell people?
I don't think so.
I don't remember him telling people that
I feel like I would remember.
we would
but I
have
don't.
not wanted to know about what
I
our
don't think
plans
so.
were.
Okay, maybe that was a conversation that I just assumed probably happened. Okay,
This-
but
I mean, fair point, but still.
right, like there have been a lot of times that he has left his care team that we don't know if he actually did with their knowledge or not.
Yeah, hold on. They did come back and I talked to them. They released me again.
So
You see that I'm concerned.
I understand your concerns. I am not following the leap in logic from those concerns to stealing from someone we're gonna go talk to.
No, stealing, stabbing, anything unpredictable seems likely.
Well, you know who our friend is, right?
Okay, so your friendly DM is going to remind you that he had somebody come to the shop looking for him because of his connections to the underworld.
I know.
Okay. Just
But we knew he was
He,
shady.
There is enough wild card here.
I'm not sure I would say that those actions he has taken were unpredictable or unstable.
Really?
I think in his mind he did have some pretty good logic backing all of this up.
Did you just hear the words out of your mouth?
I mean, I've heard his rationale behind them, and it does hold up.
In his mind. Now, I don't know that inflicting, like, massive amounts of damage to you and Akarai was actually like, did you maybe deserve some discomfort? Probably. But did you deserve for, like, he would have probably killed both of you. Like, killed. Like, you are an ex-Killian. Killed. If not for other people's, or at least tried to, if not for your own and other people's intervention.
I mean, yes.
I feel like
but
that might be a bit extreme.
I think that there was a logical train of thought to get to killing us.
Well, he abandoned us.
She bristles. Quite visibly.
I don't think I recall any times I have seen Castian try and stab someone without cause. I don't always agree with his interpretation of what gives him cause, but it's never just been a random person on the street.
How do we know that he is not going to just view them as a threat?
See, how do I know you're not gonna feel that way about random people on the street?
Because I tend to not randomly attack people.
Neither does he.
That is now untrue.
I don't think that was random.
While I disagree with the actions, I don't think that it was a random. He didn't pick random targets. He picked the two hat shops that he thinks tried to burn him down. Again, there is there is a train of thought that I can't understand where we got to where we were going. It's not like he just commits random acts of violence. He commits premeditated acts of violence.
You know what?
Those are not the same.
Fine. If you are totally comfortable
I'll
with
be
that,
back in a
then
little
I
bit. I'm gonna go get some food.
Yeah, I will. Sure.
I'd be happy to meet your friend if they're willing to help us out. You know, take out these spawn thingies.
This is gonna go terrible.
He might. I will warn you. He is eccentric. He is very rich and he is very powerful. So we don't want to piss him off.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
We want to be very polite and very kind to him.
Oh, I am all about politeness.
Sure.
I understand your concerns, but I have yet to see him just commit random acts of violence.
So we're not worried about the unjust ones, just the like completely random ones.
I'm gonna
Like where he's
just
just wrong.
go outside real quick, and I'm gonna give a page notice just to let Cassius know we are on our way over instead of just showing up. So I will pay a page boy just to take a little letter
man.
just saying that we were about to pay him a visit.
Okay.
And
Sounds good.
because I feel bad because we've kept dropping in on him.
The justice of his action is I do not agree with Castian's choices. However, I am not worried that Castian is going to randomly stab a rich and powerful man who can help us.
Okay.
I fail to see how doing things that are unjust equates to random acts of violence. If we're gonna use that logic, then most of the people I know should be in danger of committing random acts of violence.
I promise I won't do anything like that.
I believe him.
Other things.
And I didn't even roll.
Let's not do that. Sure.
I promise I will be completely diplomatic.
You should stop talking, because the more words that come out of your mouth, the less comfortable I am with this plan.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes, Jamie's been listening to all his words all morning.
Yeah. Sure. Okay.
You want to grab the bag and move them down this way?
Rain is sneaking out to go buy baby clothes. He's not actually going to go get food.
Okay.
But
So when you don't come back with food,
he ate already.
That's fair. Alright, we wait like 5 minutes,
Okay.
and then we head over to Cassius's.
we'll pick Rain up on the way.
Okay.
See me as
So-
sulking and just doesn't talk.
Just put them in your bag?
Well, I mean, he has like an external bag, and so he'll have just a bag full of baby clothes, but he just doesn't mention anything about his giant bag.
Okay.
How big of a like diaper bag sized?
Probably bigger because he has money to flow.
Did you find anything interesting?
Yeah. Nothing helpful.
Okay. Are you worried about him going off the handle and stabbing someone now?
I don't really know him that well.
So, yes or no? Does that make it more or less likely that you think they're going to stab people?
He hasn't given me nearly as much reason to worry as Cassian has.
That's what it is.
Am I cautious? Yes. But I don't have nearly as much reason for concern.
That's all we've been through.
So
Where we
onward
go?
to
Onward to Cassius. You guys get there, and your favorite gate guard is
I was gonna say,
there.
we're gonna get there, and because
Did
you
they say?
warned him, there's gonna be people with trumpets. They're gonna have rolled out a carpet.
And go on in.
Thank you.
Okay.
Just at this point, it's just
Yeah,
a cursory.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait, hang on.
He's with us.
You sure?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. All right, and you know the way. And
Yeah.
it meets you in the library. And you guys head up, sort of.
Do we need a description of this for Castian's sake?
Probably wouldn't hurt. So you have been brought to a manor house on the southern bank of the river, up on the heights. Not too far from the city walls, not too far from sort of where all of the hoity-toities live. It's a fairly nice sort of manor, and from the street, you know, there is a high enough wall around it to give a little bit of privacy. Gate guarded most of the time. You guys haven't been here when it hasn't been. The manor house itself has, I think it said 3 floors visible from out front. Sort of a fairly long facade. The drive does come up sort of off, you know, a little bit off center, so you can see down one side of the building, and it goes. It's got a pretty long wing that meets up to the main front of the building.
Okay.
You kind of assume it's got the same thing happening on the other side. I don't know if you've ever seen like aerial shots of Buckingham Palace.
Okay.
Kind of the same idea. It's if you were inside, it's sort of this U-shaped building with a center courtyard, but from the front, all you're seeing is sort of the bottom of the U.
Yeah.
So you guys, you know, it's very ornate, very, you know, very. It's not a noble house, but it's upper middle class,
Okay.
lower high class, kind of. It sort of straddles that line. Definitely somebody who has money and is not afraid to maybe show it off just a little.
Okay.
Would he notice the effect as we cross the threshold? I don't know if he would.
I need to roll something.
He's got a little bit. I mean, he does have a little bit of magic. So yeah, he probably would. So as you approach the building, you're about 20 feet from the front door when there's this weird sort of like shiver that runs through you. It's like you step through a wall of water.
Okay.
I mean, you're not wet. You're
Yeah.
you're plenty dry, but there's this like chill that goes through you. And for a moment, you're not real sure what you're feeling, but it feels like you've lost something. Make me an Arcana check.
Oof.
Just bring the curse here.
18.
18?
Just obliterate it.
You do not have
Might work.
access to your spell.
What am I? Other stuff.
If it's magic, it
If it's
doesn't work.
magic, it doesn't work.
Okay.
I mean, you don't have the direct like connection to
Yeah.
those to know,
Yeah.
but the one spell that
Yeah.
you know, you instinctively know you don't have access to that magic now.
Oh, sad day. Okay.
So as you approach, the major domo sort of steps out. I heard you might be dropping by.
What? I mean, oh, great.
I sent a message ahead.
Oh, okay. Whew.
See,
Alright.
it's more fun when I pretend I'm simply all-knowing. You had to go and ruin it for me.
I'm gonna have to double check the locks back at home.
You're going to... I may have to exact a price from you for that later.
Who's what?
Come along.
Not another debt.
Oh, I see we have a new face with us.
This is Castian. He is with us.
Oh, the Castian.
Now take my
I
hat.
don't
Give
like
me
how
now.
he said the.
That just sucks.
Ah, my master has been wanting to make your acquaintance.
Oh.
Maybe he needs a hat.
Right this
Probably
way.
of several different, very expensive varieties.
Yeah.
Right this way. And he's going to lead you into the house, down a very familiar path for most of you. For Castian, it's a very opulent interior. There are quite a number of ladies present in the house.
Consider all amounts.
Some of them are very clearly nobles. Some of them from the upper sort of mercantile classes, fairly well off families perhaps. Some of them just artists just wandering around. And as you peer sort of through the windows into the inner courtyard, there are quite a few of them that are lounging and reading, and looks like there might be a class going on in one corner of the courtyard. One corner has like a lot of easels set up, and looks like they might be doing some figure painting over there in that corner. And then you are led into a very, very impressive library. Lots and lots and lots of books. Some of them are familiar, some of them are not. Some of them are very old, some of them are not. There is one whole section devoted to a set of rather odd-looking pamphlets. And as you look closer, you recognize Dell's handwriting
Yep.
on some of them. Some of the later ones looks like she's actually managed to find a printing press somewhere and is actually printing them.
She stole it.
Mass production.
But very much it's stories of what is going on in Elwick.
Stories.
Yeah.
Stories of what's going on in
Slander happening in Elwick.
I do adjust my cravat, make sure it's straight.
What is it if it's printed? It's
Okay.
Apple.
The Major Domo shows you in, closes the door behind him as he leaves, and it is no more than 5 minutes that the door flings itself open, and the person that walks in, and I forget how I have described him before.
I don't remember.
A
either at this
handsome
point.
elf man.
He's a very, very tall, sort of thin, very handsome elf
like
man.
me.
I thought he presented as elf. Very tall, very thin, very handsome elf gentleman.
Is he
he's
wearing
sort
just a
of-
smoking jacket this
he's
time?
he's got this really nice sort of silk robe, sort of hanging open down the front. He does not have a shirt on underneath, but he does have trousers. Very much a man, a gentleman of leisure.
I assume he's a high elf.
Yeah. Ah, welcome. I had a message that you would be dropping by. Before we get to business,
Sure.
I understand you are the Castian.
Yes, I am. I am Castian Dan Nellis at your service.
Purveyor of
Very
hats.
interesting. I understand. I have an interest in perhaps both of your endeavors.
I see. We can discuss this.
Of
another
course,
time,
of course.
but yes.
I would love to perhaps, what is that colorful phrase? Take you under my wing, as it were, and fold you into my own enterprise.
I like him.
You don't even know the half of it.
No way this goes well.
That's
for
not an
anybody.
offer you get every day.
Nope.
Well,
Well, I am flattered.
Wait.
But yes, we can absolutely talk business.
Of course,
and,
of course.
Get to that.
Of course. I will invite you back sometime when there is not other business on the table, and we can discuss.
Did you tell him what our business was?
no.
Okay.
We can discuss your unique talents later.
Very well.
Hello again. Sorry for intruding upon you in
No.
such a short amount of time.
Of course, of course.
As you were aware, the last time we met you, we were looking for what we had deemed the dehumidifier individual.
I believe I remember that. Yes.
We found it, and
Oh.
after an attempt on trying to destroy it, we found that it's hard to kill these things because we need a lot of radiant damage.
Importantly, there's more than one. There is a horde.
Oh,
Yes.
I see.
One probably would not have been an issue.
It seems like it's
40
creating like
plus.
Spawn characters.
Oh, I am so sorry.
Well, thank you. But they're MIA at the
we
moment.
believe that they
Oh.
are probably in hiding.
Ah, okay. So, all three of them?
Oh, I don't know where Lyra is currently.
She wasn't feeling well this morning.
Oh. Okay.
And he just kind of glanced down. Ah,
He knows.
I can put you in touch with someone who can help the process along.
Thank you.
Dev?
Healing process.
So, we were perhaps wondering if we have basked in your knowledge. We were wondering if you would perhaps have anything that could help us.
Oh, unfortunately, I do not believe my collection currently has any items attuned to that particular magical affinity.
Any ideas
lot of
where
that
we might
going
be able to
around.
find some?
Not off the top of my head. I do have an extensive network, and I looking to add to it all the time, of course. And I keep my ears to the ground, but I don't believe any reports of items such as that have crossed my desk recently, I'm afraid.
At least you won't have to change many letters on his sign.
True.
From Castian to Castian. to Cassius's shop.
Well, that was our hope. So that it's fine. We have tracked down many leads for that and found nothing. So
Terribly sorry, I could not be of greater use. If you don't mind my asking, what all leads have you gone after, perused?
oh well, we tracked someone down who is of a religious nature,
That would have been a good.
but no help.
The city's not a great place to
No
live
no
yet.
one of sufficiently advanced skill to have access to the sort of help we need. We have tapped some people who are adjacent to the Appellian Order, and
Still being- still
some
hurting.
help, but
Still hearing back
yeah,
from them.
No.
not hard to know exactly how reliable that would be. And then you
Unless you have a back entrance to, you know, the
right.
to the orders, you know, stockpile.
Yeah, unless you have a back interest.
Unfortunately, my contacts, while extensive, have not yet penetrated that particular burrow.
Yeah, we're working on that too.
Anyway, and then you. Those are our leads that we have, and that's what we've tapped.
Now, I did hear a rumor once that most of the former rulers' treasures had been moved out of the city a little over a year ago. By ship mostly, I believe there was mention of an uncharted fortress isle most of them had been shipped off to. Unfortunately, I've not yet had a chance to get loose to go scout,
Makes
and
sense.
the oceans are, quite a large place to try
Sure.
and hide an island.
Sure.
And such a journey would be such a wonderful adventure, but it feels like we're kind of on a small window of time just to make sure that there's still a city and people are still not dying.
Yes,
Yeah,
I
So
understood.
they're still humidified.
So
Well,
I mean, it might at some point that might be a journey worth taking, but for now, I understand the pressing urgency you might be feeling.
yes.
Did you? I'm sorry. Did you mention numbers? You said a horde, but I don't.
At least
encountered
40.
40. Okay.
That's not even the big guy. We haven't seen him yet. Or them, or they, her. Not sure what it is.
Assume their pronouns.
Thank you for your awareness.
We're gonna find them and melt them with the power of the sun. But by golly, we will not assume any of their pronouns.
We can ask before we. Before I
Pardon
kill
me,
you.
before I kill you, what do you identify as? What are your pronouns?
your name?
Wait, I know this one. Ah! Oh, yes, that would be quite the horde. And where is it?
The dry dock currently.
It's aboard the Demetrius. That's where it came into the city from, and it seems to have built a nest, a home, sort of a thing.
More house than home.
Sort of a sarcophagus, and I will describe the sarcophagus that I saw in the vision.
Huh.
And it sort of like opened up, and it came out, and then yeah.
The Demetrius is a disguised. What are those called?
Spelljammer.
Spelljammer, yeah.
Got another one? Why is this one made out of wood? That seems very, very bad.
We're in the middle of the ship sneaking in. Why is the ship humming?
Why is it getting harder to breathe?
Demetrius. Huh. One moment, and he is going to go over to one of the bookshelves, and he's going to kind of peruse for a moment, and he pulls one book out and flips through it, and Lucas, you read fast.
Mm-hmm.
This you watch him as he flips through it. Ah, yes.
Well, that's.
And you get a sense that he literally just sort of soaked it or refreshed himself on what this book actually says. Strangely enough, there are certain elements of the story you just told me that struck a chord.
Oh.
And he's going to hand you a copy of The Last Voyage of the Demeter.
Oh. I don't know this book. Okay.
I think you'll find it fascinating reading. I picked it up on, I picked it up on a journey to another realm.
Does this story include a way of defeating 40 vampire spawn things?
Not particularly that I recall, but it might have some parallels. Perhaps.
Well, get reading, Lucas.
Come on, chop. It's easy. You just.
I could do this instantly if I had spells.
If only,
If only.
Like we do.
I just... It may not even prove helpful, but...
I can't make things any worse than they already were, so...
That is a very optimistic outlook. I wouldn't have pegged you as an optimist.
You know, at a certain point,
That can't be-
optimism's all you have left.
I have
Which
to
is
write that down. That was somewhat profound.
which is a very non-optimistic way to look at things.
It's a very cynical type of optimism. Well, as always,
thank
it
you.
is a pleasure to come and visit.
Yeah. Thank you for your time. I'll return this as soon as I'm done with it.
Of course. And Castian, I will keep me apprised of how things go, and as soon as your business is concluded, we'll make some
Very
time
well.
to talk further.
Very well.
Yes. And he's gonna sort of snap. The major domo's there, opens the door. I was like, and he leans down. Really, my lord? And the major domo turns and walks out, pulling the door closed. If you'll indulge me just a moment. Anything else that you have found interesting recently?
Recently? Not
That's
really.
occupied a lot of the.
Yeah.
I'm in.
We have a curse that's unbound to an object from your homeland.
Well, so you've tracked it as far as my homeland, then?
Oh yes, we tracked it to the originating
Oh.
Cursey.
Cursey.
No, we haven't been to that other realm.
Well, no.
Some of
Right.
us.
But when last I heard, you were unclear as to the origin of it.
Oh yes,
Wait,
yes,
we
we
found
tracked
the
it.
origin.
Apparently, it originated from a loot. It's a loot that came with a bout of what is the
Good fortune.
the good fortune and moon sickness.
Mm. Oh, that is quite the nasty little surprise
Indeed. Indeed.
for the unlucky.
And it apparently did not survive the transition back. Hence the
Unloose.
Hence the unbound curse. Okay. Interesting.
and we have isolated the curse. We just
Need to
haven't
perform
been
our-
able to do anything with it yet.
Priorities have been with dealing with the vampire hunter thing.
As they should be, yes, of course.
Yes.
About this time, the major domo comes back in, leading behind him a fairly sort of frumpy-looking. Looks like she might be sort of upper middle class to middle class woman, and he sort of gestures to you. The major domo gestures to you. So, and she walks over. Name's Eliza. I'll be your midwife.
Pleasure, thank you.
What's
Beg your pardon?
Why? I know what that is. I don't need to roll.
What?
Oh!
Ah,
Oh, apologies. Had you not spread your good news around?
Not yet.
You already did.
Ah. Sorry.
No, it's.
I'll see yourselves out. I'm going to go now.
We wondered what you've been doing with all your free time.
did you? Really?
A little bit. Now I have confirmation.
Not all my free time, thank you, but.
But enough of it.
Yep. Well, all it takes
All
is
it
2
takes
minutes,
is-
right?
All it takes is one.
I wouldn't know. Really, that's all it takes.
It's a pleasure, Miss Alexa.
When's she expecting?
9-ish months? I have no idea, man.
Well, we haven't been here more than one, so
Surprise?
Congratulations, I guess.
Thank you.
I mean, are you happy about this?
Thrilled, yeah.
There you go. then.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Just was it was I didn't really
Just one of those things that happens during the night, doesn't it?
the stork visited and
Surprise.
these things do happen.
Let's-
Yep, to quote a very to quote the first episode of this game.
maybe we should head back to Castian's
When
place.
you've been out adventuring for a long time.
All right, so you guys head out, and Eliza is right there with you. She does have a bag packed with her, and she's tromping along.
So
behind-
as
at
we're
the end of the
walking,
line.
just sort of like quiet. So like the midwife and probably Rain down here, but like this. I'm not sure the midwife is going to approve of our living conditions,
Oh, certainly.
particularly not with the child coming.
I forget, did Rain actually hand you the note yet?
Yeah.
Have you read you haven't read it?
No, okay, it's not ready yet.
Well, then there's plenty of places in the city she can.
Yeah,
go
no,
to.
we're probably gonna get an earful.
Hmm.
We have been sort of most of us living out of the back of your somewhat suspicious shop.
Yes, and some of y'all need baths. So I say, but
Is your safe house fully
CB already
furnished,
just
or is it just an
assumes
empty
Rain is gonna
house?
disappear at this point.
The one
It's
that's right
just
across
like,
the street from
you
the
guys are
monastery, or from the order.
does my shop have running water?
It's
Like-
it's your house, man.
I mean, mine.
I imagine it'd be
I
one of those
imagine it would be.
like pump things.
You know,
Yeah, I mean, I imagine I have water. It's just, I mean, it's cold.
he probably does
but-
have running water, but it's probably in the part of the shop he lives in, which none of the rest of us have been willing to go into.
Yeah.
Because it is definitely trapped.
100%.
Rain is
No-
real quiet.
So did you mean your shop, or did you mean the safe house?
The shop.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the safe house we discovered was pretty. The actual like the cellar safe house part of it was pretty empty for the most
For
part.
the most part.
It's mostly
Yeah.
for storing things.
Right.
An emergency getaway.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Was the rest of the house furnished?
Yeah, somebody lives in that house.
Oh, right.
Yeah, it looks like it
Who
looks.
lives in that house?
It looks fully furnished and stuff like an ordinary house,
Okay.
and you know, give the appearance that hey, it's just another place, but
Okay.
oh, it's definitely trapped. So a thought occurred to me. This person that we have not seen yet, and that's controlling, you know, all these little spawn things. I imagine someone that powerful is probably gonna be a bit magical.
Let's
So-
see.
I had an idea. When we went into the manor, you know, that shivers down your spine.
Sure.
Is there a way we can bottle that and use it?
Not that I've figured out yet.
What's the Roma?
That's a shame.
Yeah, shame.
Also been working on a way to circumvent that. But
Well,
Yeah, I felt really empty walking in.
it's easy, Keith. I just have to get a signal booster that boosts my magic to be more powerful than the signal coming from the
I think that's how you make the world explode.
just need a magical hotspot.
Okay.
All right. So you guys heading back to the shop?
Yep.
I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Okay. So you get back to the shop.
Oh, right.
Windows busted again.
No, it's not. But
Eliza's just
Eliza's
wondering-
like,
We're just making a quick stop here for a moment.
It's a temporary situation.
okay.
I'm gonna open the door and just walk in.
And keep in mind, we've taken her to the back door.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Down the alleyway, in the back door.
So as she steps in, her first thing she sees is the stairs up. And
I would. I'm not sure how safe those stairs are.
Not upstairs.
Where is she?
I assume she's just in here. Like
Okay.
she's just not been feeling well in the
Suffering.
mornings.
Okay.
It's like you're drawing from your real world experiences. Stephen.
She has a
Something.
bucket beside her just in case.
so, if not, where has the mother-to-be been sleeping?
In a magically enchanted manner that we lost access to, like, today.
No. Gather your things. We're finding a
Told you.
place.
That's
You're not
already
arguing?
in the works, actually. You might want to read that letter that I gave you, Killian.
Oh, right.
Gracious DM, may I ask a question?
You may.
Is this a human woman?
Yes.
Okay. Am I sure?
How closely are you looking?
Hold on.
She would just say.
The telltale sign of a not human. They don't have eardrums.
Just wondering, because just you never know.
Say what?
They said it!
That's how you can. If you're a dragon, you legally have to tell us, right?
For everyone else, I think I need to take Lyra home.
Where is home?
Right now, in the Valley of the Four Kings.
Long ways.
Yeah. We'll fly, but
Are you sure?
I'm sorry, what?
Rain will just like hover off the ground a little bit.
Huh.
I don't know about that.
Okay.
It saves on time.
Wish I could
Yeah,
do
but
that.
not comfort.
She'll be okay for a flight. But
Do you happen to have a map?
yeah.
Yeah.
He'll reach into his bags and pull it out. Oh, wrong bag. He pulls out like a nappy.
And where?
Here.
Off.
Right at the edge.
Okay.
It's probably, I assume, like a week's flying, give or take.
Gather your things. Does that look right?
What do we see?
You see Satterton?
It's Nanny McStrange.
Probably. Is
Grab your
that-
things, dear.
You better hurry. I don't know how long you get the express.
Wait, can we keep her?
Lyra?
No.
I knew it! There was something off!
And he's actually gonna hand you a small bag.
Oh.
He's gonna hand you his sword. His
Oh, so
one that made
when
for
you
him.
go to, cause they're like, that's for you.
Are you sure?
Trust me, I've lived there for a long time. You're gonna need it. Good luck.
Uh-oh.
Good luck.
You'll make a great father.
Chop chop.
Yeah, head through.
And
Portal.
as she steps through and turns around, she looks at you specifically, and the facade drops, and it's a dragonborn face, and it fades.
Just waiting for her to turn around and wink at you, and then
Even with a negative insight, I knew. I doubted myself.
So there is 200 gold coins in there, as well
Oh.
as the rest of the ink,
Are
since
the-
he doesn't think he's going to be able to
How
use
much
it.
ink do you give me?
I will let you know. I actually
Okay.
left that character sheet at home, but I will let you know.
Brady's gonna have an
Are,
aneurysm.
are they all gold coins, or are some of them mimics?
I asked. We
We
went
don't
through them.
think they're mimics.
So that's up to you.
Okay.
Well, no, I'll check.
Start rubbing the gold coins together again to attract the mimics out of the.
I'll take the time to make sure. And then
They're all coins.
Oh, good.
So that was unexpected.
Yeah.
Good thing he learned your message spell.
Sending?
Yep.
Okay.
So we're down an extra person now.
You know, that really doesn't change what options we're left with, I feel like.
Nope.
At this point, I think the only option left is to try and infiltrate the boat and hope that if we kill the big boss one, it makes the rest go away.
I concur. Unless, of course, the front door knocks right now.
Wow, that's
No,
awkward.
yeah, we're good. We're good.
I thought you knew something I didn't for a second there.
No, you know,
So did
just
he.
manifesting destiny, maybe. Who knows?
It usually worked for you.
No.
Glad I
But, you know,
missed. It doesn't do
Maybe
shit
once
for
in a million times it would work.
So I don't suppose, in your view of the thing that it's in, you had any inkling where in this ship it might be.
In the hull. On the third, so top, middle, and there's a thing underneath. I couldn't get further down to the second one.
Keith, would that be... Well, first of all, does his description track with the boat that I saw?
Seems to.
Would that put it under the waterline?
Potentially, if not like
Are you thinking of
it
dragging
might
them
be, it might be that the bottom deck is partially submerged and partially below, partially above. It kind of hard to tell. You imagine it would depend upon how heavily loaded it was.
You want to just set sail and see how many actually stay on the ship?
They're on guard duty and they turn around and the ship is sailing out of the port and we're just... If we go fast enough, they won't be able to stop us!
And then all we have to do is whoever
We
is
just
on
have
the
to kill
ship.
whatever's on the boat!
I like it, let's do it.
Alternatively,
You're not here. You don't
we
have to
sprinkle pixie dust on it and make it fly into the sky, and then we just push them off.
Sorry, our only person that had pixie dust just left.
Yep.
If we set it out to sea and we light the thing on fire, what are the odds that it can both survive the fire and not drown?
Let's find out.
I'm gonna step away from Castian's haberdashery for a moment. As we pull back and the camera pans up to the cloister.
Where the bad guys live.
Yep.
And I know you,
Artemis.
Artemis, you receive a request to make yourself available to, what was your handler's name?
Yeah, Danny, what was your handler's name?
Because I have forgotten.
It's great that for at least the first little bit she's going to think that you're
Just
the
had a bad
investigator.
idea.
Mm-hmm.
I do actually know that.
That's your handler?
That's what is
Which
written
is
here.
inside the ship.
Jeffrey Douglas.
Jeffrey Douglas.
Devon.
For some reason, I was thinking it was a woman, but that's okay.
That's mine.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yep.
what was yours?
Mistress Odessa Corell.
Okay.
Yeah, her handler's a guy.
Right.
I also have a
You
handler.
are asked to make yourself available to Mistress Odell.
He'll pack up his stuff.
Hang on. To Mistress Odell? Okay.
Yours?
Mistress Odessa
Oh,
Corell.
Oh, sorry. Mistress, yeah.
Mistress
That-
Mistress
So-
Corell.
Missed that one.
Oh, now
Mistress-
you get a
that one.
description. I don't. Let's see what Keith says the description of this person is.
Did you not give me one?
No,
No? Okay.
I left that open entirely
okay.
to you.
Okay, so he will pack up
It's
his
a-
little bag of things. He'll wash up his hands. He's been gardening.
Okay.
He'll take his stuff with him.
As you get to her office, you knock politely and are told to come in. There is for an order of monks, it is a quite impressive desk. In any other setting, it would be quite plain, but it is massive. It is, fairly well constructed wood, solid wood. Does have some stone inlays in it. The top itself is looks to be a thick slab of granite. Right where most of the writing would take place, there is sort of a writing pad of very fine leather that is laid out there, and there are a couple of reports sort of laid out. Sitting in the chair behind is
Mrs. Corell
Mrs. Carell,
or Miss Corell.
Mistress.
Mistress Carell.
There's Master Ross and there's Mistress.
She is an impressive woman. She is human. She has got like all but just a very thin strip of her hair is shaved clean. The thin strip that she does have is actually kept very closely cropped. She has sort of this very faint, fading sort of tattoo under one eye. Looking at it, you can't really tell what it used to be, what it was supposed to have been, but you can tell it is not any of the iconography that would have originated with the order. She's dressed in very plain robes, but she does have a number of rings and bracelets on her hands. You have been around the arcane enough to feel the magic emanating off of each and every one of them. You're not real sure what they all do, but she's got some power on her, and she's not trying to be subtle about it, but she's also not trying to call attention to it. You're familiar enough with her division to know that it deals primarily with the location and sequestering of magic items. So you are familiar. I mean, you've kind of worked with her in the past as well. Have a seat.
He'll give a bow and sit.
Mhm. We have need of your particular skills. We are concerned that perhaps certain of our operatives in the city are underperforming. She or they were quite promising at first. Had a little bit of a troubled run in with some of the higher ups, spent some time out of the city, came back to us, and had been performing quite well. There have been a couple of troubling incidents where the cases have, let's say, languished with little progress being made. We know you have a history of looking into corruption at the higher levels, and we would be remiss if we didn't put your skills to work on this particular case.
I'd be happy to help.
Make me look bad.
Yeah.
Good. This is a somewhat delicate matter. You will report directly to me.
I understand.
If anyone from Master Rosk's office asks, you don't know anything about this case.
I understand.
And she's going to slide you a little file over, and it's got details on Simi, the protocols for contacting her. It does not have her known location. That is
Okay.
not something the Order actually has, but there is protocol for how to get in touch with her. Gives her name, and it gives a brief rundown of her history with the Order. Including that she was at one time involved with Master Rosk's son. And it says son, it doesn't say adopted, because no one in the Order knows that bit. But that there was a falling out right before she left the city.
It doesn't have like
I can see why there might be some concern.
no like list of known associates or anything like that. Oh good. No good.
Oh,
No-
look, and it has your picture.
That's exactly
Crazy.
Yeah, all of that.
That one? Why'd they choose that
None of that information ever made it back to the city.
Good.
We basically killed everyone who knew.
Have anything
Or turned
detailing
them.
any suspicions from before I was exiled?
Not what they gave to him.
Not what they gave to him.
Okay.
If you could make contact and discover what you can, you would do well with the rest of your time in the Order.
I will have a report within the week.
Very good.
You have to wear a permanent mustache, man.
No, I'm actually.
Meanwhile,
That is the best description of a villain character that I've ever seen, because he's just like, she's just normal.
so as you step out and close the door behind you, you let loose the very nervous breath that you've been holding, and you dig into your pocket for the letter from Akarai.
Oh, what a coincidence.
I'll make sure that stays right there.
And now, my friend, you are a free agent to do as you will. What would you like to do?
So I will be going and immediately setting up whatever I need to, like dead drop or whatever, to get a hold of Simi.
Okay.
At the same time, I will be sending a letter to Akarai, saying essentially, I have strong reason to believe that Simi is under suspicion by, and he'll give
Cordell.
Cordell's name, that she is a suspect of some sort, and it may have to do with her performance, but that he suspects it is something else.
You guys bring me down, man.
What's more important,
All right.
numbers or keeping us out of jail?
All right. All right. Of course, the dead drop leads to your house, which you're not at the
Wait.
moment.
I can.
you could have stepped out to go get some fresh air, because currently Killian is laying out and he's drawing schematics of a ship's hull. He's pulling out different sized auger bits, and we're all arguing over which size auger bit he needs to use to drill through the hull of the ship.
The bigger one.
No, I
The
see.
more
Look, I'm
one-
telling you, but the small one, we might be able to wedge it in between a few of the, the construction.
back.
But if we use the big one, it'll go faster.
Are we going to sink the ship or what?
No. So Killian's plan that he will.
So where are you
We'll
headed?
come back to it.
Well, I need to check in with
Okay.
my business anyway.
Okay.
So I'm probably gonna do the rounds, like water my house plants, check in with the
Water my house
business.
plant.
Okay,
Check
so
my
you-
dead drop.
Which one do you go to first?
probably work first.
Okay, so you go to work first. You're greeted, given a few messages, some fairly lucrative deals have come through. You sign the paperwork, do the payroll, check on, making sure that all the shipments that need to go out have gone out, the ones that need to come in have come in, yada, yada, yada.
Make sure that the one girl that was traumatized by the living, attack coins is still doing okay.
Yeah, she's still doing okay. She still jumps a little bit anytime, coins clink together, but she's getting... I'm okay. I'm just a little nervous, but I'm okay.
Okay,
Uh,
I'm proud of you. You're doing good.
Thank you. There aren't going to be any more of the little teethy coin things, are there?
Oh, almost certainly at some point.
Yep.
I was doing okay. I'm doing okay.
Almost certainly.
Okay.
Hopefully long from now. She's realizing that she's now made the problem worse. Hopefully a long
I'm okay.
time from now. I think it probably won't be. You'll be fine.
Okay.
You'll probably be okay. What are the odds you run into?
And she goes back to work. Then you circle back around to your house, and as you are approaching, you do see a familiar messenger sort of running back down the street, tips his hat to you, and just keeps going.
Alrighty. I will look and see what's what.
All right. You get back to your house, and there is a note for you, sort of in the letterbox right by your door. What would it say, Stephen?
So it probably gives his actual name. So it's Artemis, son of Nun. Requests a meeting with one Simi Ilishi, and I'm assuming that none of the I would have been given some sort of a cipher for whatever this drop is. So there's a a normal greeting type letter, but in the cipher it's gonna say, I've been asked by the order to speak with you at your earliest convenience. If you would be so kind as to meet me. He's gonna look. He's gonna. Are there any botanical gardens of any sort in Costas?
There are now.
Okay, perfect. So, would you please meet me at the Eastern Botanical Garden, and we can go on a walk and talk from there.
What's your name, Artemis?
Artemis.
Does
yeah.
Simi recognize who this is?
No.
Okay.
It's a different division.
So the cipher would be something that that Akai and I would use.
No.
No,
This would be. This is a
specific
cipher between your handler, or it is a cipher connected to the way you get messages from the.
You
order.
would know the cipher, and
Artemis.
presumably anyone who communicates you would know it, so that you can encode
Son
your
of Man.
messages.
He was
No, I know.
he was a ward of the state, so.
No, it's the same as me. And same as I just love how we've decided the order doesn't care about
You don't have
the-
family names. You're a
Yeah, it's like you have
I
the
like to think-
the halflings who's just halflings are all about like elaborate names, and I'm just Lucas.
And your last name was Son of the Nameless?
Son of None.
Son of None.
Son of None. Okay.
What's your
But I like to think on the
class race?
form they didn't write son space. It's all one
Son of
word.
Son of None.
Son of None.
What's your class and race?
So human. He is a monk.
Human monk. Okay.
For reference, he's also pushing 60.
Artemis?
Artemis. He's in his late 50s. Very spry, but he is definitely a little on the older side.
So on your downtime, we'll be shopping around for like nursing homes.
Sure.
All right.
Do you come to us for backup?
You go to Killian.
So you're gonna walk back in, and Killian is showing them he has taken off pieces of his armor, and he is showing them how he's attaching these tubes to the armor, and he's giving them this whole thing about this filter he's built so that he can breathe underwater. That is what you walk into.
Is that before or after we open the gate to let the whoosh, to let the thing out?
So he's in the middle of this like presentation. He's like, so the filter, when it is, I'll have 1 hour. I'll be able to be in the water underneath the boat. We can do. Oh, welcome back. How was your whatever you did? Anyway, and so if we
So how
use
are
the
you going to
auger,
communicate
It
to
wasn't
us
great.
on the... Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
What?
Could I borrow you, Killian? Can we speak
For how long?
briefly? I just need you to know where I'm going.
Sure.
Seems like a good thing to
Yeah. I'll take that.
take.
A small kid with a fireman's
I love the idea that you two have just joined me in this like this crazy science fair project I'm building.
So, as they're shooting across the room in the background.
It's in the background, and you can only see it through the windows at the top. We can't hear it. We just see it. And then there's a bonfire that keeps appearing in the air, but never on the right spot. Turn it on! Let it go!
So, apparently I am under suspicion by the order now. For the two cases, while I've been solving other ones for them, the two cases.
Now, of note, his letter didn't say
It
anything,
doesn't say
about,
anything about that.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
Yeah, no.
No, that
But
was
one could
that was
assume that
their
because...
boyfriend.
Yeah, that was tax
That was
One
the
could
Avarai.
assume that maybe you're being audited because of failures of the
Yes.
bigger jobs.
His thing was just, hey, I want to meet with you.
I have reason to believe that I am being audited by the order.
Audited, that's a word that's never used in a fun context.
Nope, I feel like it's probably even less fun in this one than the ones you're accustomed to hearing. I've been asked to meet this person at the Botanical Gardens. I have a sneaking suspicion that a couple of marks against my performance might come up.
You mean like 2 marks, one of them short and halfling-ish, and one of them taller and half-elfish?
There's a small blood
No, perfectly
No,
timed.
I just more for a side note for my own benefit, because I forgot to ask. When I got drained and it took part of my health, is that returned since a long rest or is that still gone?
No, it's still going.
Sorry, continue.
There's that in the background. Castian's running around, or he's got a basket or a box and he's trying to catch it.
As I hear the squeaking, I just slowly turn my head and it's like, yep,
Killian doesn't even respond. This is behind Killian. He doesn't even respond.
those are
I'm desperately
indeed
looking for
marks.
a cheap hat to throw at you.
So you is this the kind of meeting where like you might get like grabbed and a bag thrown over your head?
I mean, it's not impossible.
So do you need backup?
At this point, I feel like if I ask for backup, then
Bam! Right into the window.
No, I got something better. Just wait.
the chances of more than one of us now not being able to help with the shit show that is the dry dock is more likely.
Okay, but we already lost one person. If we lose
Two,
you,
actually.
if we lose you for the dry dock, we can't do it anyway. Me, Butch, and Sundance are not doing the dry dock on our own. Okay? It's not gonna happen.
You see the door open and I'm just standing here soaking wet. I was like, I'll be back. I gotta go get some new clothes.
And as you walk, it's the squeaky.
You make a really good point.
Like if I don't have you there, it's not happening.
You see me getting a mop after you.
Fine. Yeah.
Okay, how much backup do you want? You're leaving footprints.
I'm only be gone for like 5 minutes.
I have concerns. You and whoever you judge to be decent enough to actually show up.
Okay, so I'm gonna ask again. Is this like on a scale of like 1 to
Shit show.
1 to 10? How likely is it that you're gonna get like grabbed by some Spec Ops monk team?
I wish I could tell you.
Okay,
On a scale
great.
from 1 to 10, it's I don't know.
Wonderful. Okay. At what point do you want us to interview? Well, do you want us to be overt or covert backup?
Covert.
At what point do you want us to intervene?
About the time the bag comes out.
Okay. Okie dokie.
He's sitting there with a bag. He's pulling out carrots and planting them.
Your back will be turned as you're gonna turn around with that back in. You're just gonna hear behind you, "Go time! Go time! Django!"
Fire some order!
Wrong bag! Wrong bag!
It's fine, I have another character.
I actually have
As I
something useful
insta-die.
to help out.
How many of Steven's characters can we kill before he joins the party?
That would be a fun bit.
Oh my god, they killed Steven!
Bastards!
I'm just imagining your next character. It's a suave bard. He turns around to talk to us at the bar. Stab!
I've seen that show before.
Okay, I will prepare. When's the meeting happening?
When I go to the botanical gardens. How long do you need?
Wait, he didn't give you like a time to meet him. He's just gonna wait at the. But hold on. Your audit is just gonna wait at the. What if you don't show up?
You clearly don't know how monks work.
Like what?
And after a certain amount of time has passed, he will assume probably that I have defected.
Defected to what?
Something that is not serving the order and probably gonna get me in trouble.
Okay, give me 8 minutes.
Okay.
And Killian's gonna
That is
head.
a weirdly specific.
I was just gonna say that.
Killian's gonna head the direction those two went.
8 minutes and 30 seconds.
I will have just bought a new outfit.
Okay.
I start my watch just to see like how close he is to actually being accurate.
Killian turns the corner. He starts his watch. I'll catch up with these two and explain we're going to go back, see me up stealthily, covertly, so that if they pull a bag out, we intervene.
Actually, I can help with that.
Kills you.
Everything's about
New
bags.
outfit, just put on boots, new outfit, so...
No, we could do. We could have like us moseying around, like just people moseying
Okay,
around.
you moseying around. Yes. Us moseying around. No.
Okay. Well, anyway, I've been working on something new. No, it's
You're
actually
not
useful.
here.
It is
Yeah,
actually.
I'm not here.
It's
Something
actually
new.
useful. What is that?
Something new?
Yeah, something new. I can communicate with people now
Oh, that
without speaking.
is actually incredibly helpful.
What?
Especially because our normal
Yeah,
version
yeah,
for that is
yeah.
unavailable.
Yes.
Yeah.
I can
Like a
communicate
rabbit
up
and-
to 4 people,
That would be the
Very
perfect
useful.
amount.
and like after we can like all interconnect and stuff.
Okay.
So if something was to go bad.
How long does it take to set that up?
I don't know, 30 seconds?
How long does it last?
I don't know, until I stop. Let me get another look here. Essentially, I'm casting a message.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because this is the.
Oh, I roll a dice to see how many hours.
Yeah, and this is the soul knife
Yeah.
ability. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, once we get there, we can just.
Yeah, so we'll just go set that up with Simi
So,
real
so you've got
fast.
dry clothes, but you still have wet boots.
I'll buy a new pair of boots.
Good thing he left you a bunch of money.
Yeah.
It'll be 2 hours.
Okay, yeah. So we'll go get it set up with Simi, and then we'll go. We will be hidden because at least one of us is a known quantity that they're looking for, and they also might be looking for me if they figured out I'm one of the people
Would
who
you
robbed
like
them.
a disguise?
No.
Would you like a disguise?
Just yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. So I'll go back and get my little bag of disguises, and we'll start piecing things together and see what we
Come
come up
out
with.
looking like a little Mr. Patino.
Well, you see what I done with myself in a rush.
Yep.
So 8 minutes and 38 seconds later,
Yes.
I return with these two.
Weirdly accurate. Huh. Alright, okay. I'm gonna stop by and change
Right
my
now, here
robes
we
and
go.
Here we go.
Do I need to roll for disguise on here?
Yes, please.
Deception?
Either deception for you, and performance for you.
And we'll explain to you the telepathic communication thing so you can tell us when to go instead of us waiting for a bag.
Oh, I like
6.
that a lot more. Okay,
Don't
good.
talk.
Okay, so describe for us, please, what you come up with.
Make him a goblin.
That's not suspicious at all.
Nope.
They'll never suspect that he is actually the halfling they're looking
See,
for.
some places have lawn gnomes. Here, that would be racist, so it has to be lawn goblins.
You know what? We could get you a stilts.
Stilts.
Make you taller. Make you taller.
Okay.
So you're not looking like you.
Okay.
And then we'll put some long pants on you. Give you a little.
Suspicious.
We'll give you a hat with a monocle.
You're dressing me, so
Nobody's gonna suspect a thing. And,
I'm sure they won't.
I got an extra cane for you. Just look proper and just don't say anything. You'll be fine.
Just don't open your mouth at all.
All right, so the picture of Lucas when you're done is quite dashing, and
I rolled a 24.
doesn't look at all like Lucas. Wouldn't suspect.
You know what? He probably could just mill about and be
And
fine.
then he starts to try to walk,
Oh dear.
and he's got the cane, and he's limping on the wrong side, and the monocle falls off, and he reaches up and puts it back in place, and then
dear.
it falls off, and then he reaches up and puts it back in place, but it's
Okay.
on the wrong
You
eye.
have to work with me on this.
I'm trying. I've never been this high before.
You have to work with it.
What does the letter from Acherai say? Do I know what I'm walking into?
He does give you sort of a just. Actually, my question. I guess my answer to your question would be a separate question. Do you think it's a recent letter, or do you think it's an older one?
Well, since Acherai was told that they need
Radiant damage.
radiant, this could be a real new
Okay.
one.
So it's probably a fairly new one. Gives you sort of a rundown of the people that have been around Simi recently. So you'll get sort of an idea. He's real careful not to put in descriptions,
Right.
but he gives names and sort of rough idea of abilities.
Keith, I really want to know what... I want to hear, in Acherai's words, how does he describe us? What is Acherai's opinion of how to describe what we each are?
This absolute dumpster fire of a party.
I want to hear this so bad. What would Acherai think
What
of
would
us?
Acherai
That is a
think?
good question.
So it kind of starts off, tells you
Tells you how
little.
beautiful Simi is.
Does
How
it
wonderful
does
she is.
he does wax a little poetic about Simi, and
So you have not been warned that I have the charisma of a turnip.
yeah, no. And then he moves on to Killian. Killian is something of a.
Oh no.
I got you matched.
Running theme in the.
So Killian is something of a sort of a mechanical, magical master. He tinkers quite a bit, and while his efforts are not always what he expects them to be, they almost always bear some kind of fruit. He is. He is a deeply thoughtful man. So
Those
much,
are words.
Deeply thoughtful, as in there are many thoughts, and they run very deep.
so much so that he did need some time to process a former friend's passing. Although, now that I mention it, don't bring that up. It's a sore subject with Simi.
After every single one of these descriptions now, there has to be something where he goes, actually, now that I think about it, don't bring that up, it's a sore spot for Simi. Every single...
Castian is a bit of a fop.
Wow.
But his heart is in the right place. He is the most likely vector for illicit magic items in the city that I've found.
Jeez. I thought we were friends.
He didn't say that was a bad thing.
Also, you once tried to kill him.
Yes.
He does
did
have
try to murder
One
me.
time.
he does have a bit of a short fuse and can be a bit unstable.
Maybe don't mention that part.
Maybe don't bring that up. Maybe don't bring that up. Then he talks. He does talk about Kazik, and because at this point he doesn't know they're gone. He does talk about
His description is Black Dragon.
yeah, Black Dragonborn. Doesn't say a lot. Seems to be good in a fight. Strapped to his chest will be a halfling who is fixated on food.
Permanently sticky. Don't mention that part. It's a sore spot.
Then he does talk about. Then he mentions. Who would he mention next?
Lyra and Rain.
Yeah, he would talk about Lyra and Rain and how they're a cute couple, seem pretty sweet. Doesn't seem like they've been in the city, or doesn't seem like he's been in the city that long. And she also is fixated on food.
True.
But not permanently.
But not, yeah.
That's a sore spot for CB.
And then the sort of the last paragraph, the final member of the party is someone I can't name in a letter.
Oh. Oh.
He does not be named.
The last
The last person is a fugitive from justice.
He, like Simi, has ties, and he, like Simi and yourself, has ties to the Order. I suspect those ties are not as tight as they once were. Be watchful for unusual happenings around this one.
Check your pocket for your gold every time.
Does he mention a dark shadow?
No,
Okay.
I don't think he knows about that.
He does.
Oh,
Yeah,
does
he was the only one who
He's
caught
the only
that.
one
Okay.
because he stared at
Ah.
me for like an hour looking at it.
Oh, that's right. That's right. When you meet him, perhaps pay attention to his shadow.
Don't mention it to the sore spot.
Do not, under any circumstances, mention that to Simi.
Yeah, because Simi doesn't know.
Nope.
Actually, didn't you tell us?
Yeah, Hapsel told
You
you,
did.
but you don't know the full extent.
Oh,
of it.
okay,
Yeah.
okay, yeah.
I just, anytime any of us write a letter now, after every, don't mention that to see me. It's a sore spot.
Okay. Good to know.
Good
now,
to know.
now I know what I know.
All right, so for the rest of you, you make your way to the botanical gardens.
I'm gonna use the camouflage on my armor and stealthily hide in the botanical gardens.
All right.
Mister, I'm on platform
I will
heels.
escort him.
So you
to help.
find yourself.
Can we not just stealth?
You find yourself
Hide
in
in
a
a
grove
bush.
of bamboo stalks.
Okay.
And
Okay.
sort of blend in with the shadows there as you find a spot to watch. And the two of you are.
Apparently he's hiding in the bush.
I mean, I'll keep like the main disguise. I'll just like kick off the stilts and the cane and whatnot. But I'll keep like the main disguise of
Okay.
my face, and I'll just hide in the bush.
I just really love that in an emergency, if you have to run away, it's gonna be this very dapper half of a man running away, like on his knees with just like his
That's the
back.
roster.
I can hear the sound of his bare feet hitting the cobblestones.
Except they're stuck in the pants.
Yep. Yep. He's gonna be
Slide
he's
back
gonna be
I will be sitting on a nearby bench and observing and acting like I'm enjoying the day.
all right.
I will also be casting my message, and it's good for 2 hours.
Okay. All right. So your team is in place.
Check, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Would you like me to stealth?
Okay.
Would you like me to stealth?
Yes, please.
Are you okay, Brandon?
I just smacked my knee really hard.
Go
on
ahead and
the
roll your
table.
stealth as well.
A monocle just fell out of that tree.
Natural 20 for a 32.
No, it's not.
No. Okay. That's a 1. 1 is paid. Ow! I've fallen into a bush and I can't get up. Help me!
Excuse me, sir, are you alright?
No, this is what happens. This is what happens. Ow! Ow! Castian, I fell into the bush. Help me! Castian! Castian! No, I just imagine you're gone.
I like to think that you found these bushes and you're like watching Simi and you think that Steven's character is gonna come from the other side, but he's actually coming from behind you where you have no cover, so you could just see him half stuck in the pants, dapper on top.
Yep.
Oh my gosh. I like hearing him Castian. I was like,
Castian?
I love that these are the people that I let killing bring.
Oh,
21.
Yeah.
okay.
just brought Killian.
All right. So you sort of pass by this very weird halfling who's got really long trousers, a monocle that sort of pops from eye to eye, and he's calling out for Castian,
But in a stage whisper.
but in a stage whisper.
Sir,
Yeah.
are you... do you need... Please don't step on that bush. That is actually quite expensive.
If you turn around, he's in his robes.
Full vestments.
Do I recognize Artemis?
It's Eternal Affairs!
Yes.
Okay.
Sir, are you okay?
I'm fine, thank you.
I think our canary may have been caught. I say again, I think our canary has been caught.
Hold on, give him a minute. Let
Let him cook.
Let's see how it plays out.
Let it play.
just tripped in this bush. I apologize if I messed it up.
He'll extend a hand to help you out.
You're gonna hear. Do not take that hand.
I've got it. I'm just using the cane. Trying to stand up. I got this.
steer over the
I don't know. That's a
message.
1. I'll be rolling.
The cane snaps and you fall face first into the bush.
My goodness,
See me go distract him. I'm gonna go extract the halfling.
those are minorly poisonous. We should get here. Take my arm.
Is she needing you?
Yes, one moment.
In the moment when he's distracted, I'm trying to stealthily get him out
Okay,
of the way.
so as you're distracted by Simi, make me a sleight of hand and stealth roll.
Disappear a gnome.
Yeah, one job.
Okay, that is a 15 sleight of hand.
Okay.
That is a
Are your eyes
19 stealth, and anyone who is trying to perceive me has disadvantage.
Okay, so
Oh dear.
roll 2 perception checks at disadvantage.
As soon as he turns, you just get sucked into the
Actually,
bush.
only the second one at disadvantage. The not the sleight of hand, but the
For
stealth.
you, as soon as he looks away from you, just see him. You can't see how, but he's into
I
the
did
something
so-
grabbed him and dragged him.
So with bonuses, some of those are a little bit above 10. But I did not roll above a 6.
All right, so you do your thing of just a moment, and you turn back, and he's gone.
Did
Halfling
you
here?
just
A
see
what?
a small man disappear?
No, that is sort of the issue, is I did not actually see him in the act of disappearing.
I did. It was real uncomfortable. I'm not lying. I'm still a little confused about a lot of it.
Holding me and looking at me.
We're just there's just this bush, so it's just enough. He could see me, but he can't see, and I'm covering your mouth, like almost your whole face with my head.
Huh.
I'm deeply confused.
One second,
Go for it,
guys.
go for it.
Roll me a Constitution
Yeah,
saving throw
someone's gonna get a rash.
at disadvantage.
It was a point. For some reason,
It's like poison
for some
ivy.
reason they have poison oak in the.
Disadvantage? 8.
All right. You are mildly poisoned. You will be getting a skin rash over the next 24 hours. As you have an allergic reaction to whatever it is that you fell in.
You have an allergic reaction to the fertilizer they use in the botanical gardens.
Oh wait, I am a halfling that is I have advantage on poisoning damage. Can I reroll that to see what happens?
You also have like a million
That is true.
inspiration.
Yeah. Go ahead and re-roll it without the disadvantage they
Okay.
cancel out.
How's that, Brayden?
Yep. No. I think you've got the rash. Yep.
This is just what's happening, man.
Steven, your touch is nice.
No, my dice are very big on roleplay.
They know this is the perfect moment.
This is supposed to happen.
So he was yelling for Castian.
Are you crying?
Sobbing into your hand.
I have scratches. I couldn't do anything.
But I'm gonna try and cast Cure Wounds on him.
So the scratches will heal up. The rash is still there.
If you had better perception, you could hear the subtle crying.
Well, I have an 18 passive. So he was calling for Castian. You brought your friends?
So when he says this, you're gonna hear Kelly. Oh no.
You hear me think very loudly. This is where I die.
I gotcha.
I look like a completely panicked deer in headlights.
She's going pale.
Why don't you help me with this bush? He has
Just-
trampled it.
Just say the word.
We need to at least prop it back up. Unfortunately, this is actually a very expensive piece. And so he's immediately like, he's ignoring you, and he's like pushing up the branches that were smashed.
God, please let this ingratiate me.
Inches away from his hands, you're still just...
I help with the
So the moment you're close enough that you're like 180 degrees, this, you know, like,
He punches
Yeah.
you in the face.
he's gonna say, I can see that you are quite concerned. And he'll keep working as he's talking. I can see you are quite concerned. Don't worry, we are safe here. I have a message here from Akarai that details a fair bit of the situation that you find yourself in. I am happy to help. We will need to discuss in a place that is less public, however, some of your jobs that you have perhaps neglected a bit. One of which I'm assuming concerns the scribe that fell and broke my bush.
I like to think we're close enough we can hear this.
You just see Craig turn to like Edgar is bring out the lightsaber and just like in your mind you just hear please.
hold.
Please.
Hold.
Say the
Kill
word.
this witness.
The word is hold. Hold. That part I say out loud.
The word is
I am holding it, yes.
Yeah. Sorry.
You're fine.
I'm very sorry about your bush.
Be careful of the spikes. They have a mild toxin.
Okay.
It leaves a nasty rash. I feel really sorry for your friend.
Me too.
Quite a good disappearing act, though.
I was impressed and legitimately confused.
Are we gonna take this guy or not?
No, I think he works with Akarai.
That's
Maybe.
exactly what I'd say if I wanted you to trust me so I could kill you.
That's why I'm saying
Eternal Affairs.
So you're gonna hear from the inside of the bush. He works for what?
Hey, we still have eternal messages.
I know, but because Killian is so like that, he's like what? So he actually says he works for what?
Internal
Guys, maybe we all take this conversation somewhere else.
Ooh, so how many of
Don't
them?
want to get blood all over his precious bush.
In front of you, like less than a foot, you see a shimmer as I am abandoning stealth and standing up and reaching for my weapon.
No.
I don't pull it, but I touch it.
Killian.
Huh?
I think that now might be a good time to save the rest of my plants and move this elsewhere.
Fireball.
If only you weren't impotent.
I cast Impotence Beam!
Cast tungsten balls.
Oh, what was the one step? I cast Bonage!
So, Simi, are we good?
Let's go elsewhere to decide that.
Is there somewhere that you would be comfortable and you are sure would be free of perhaps listening ears? You are welcome to bring as many of your friends as you would like.
Oh, I wasn't gonna. Yeah, that wasn't really a question. Well, yeah, and she just kind of goes to. She goes toward her safe house, cause like if it's not safe, we're gonna kill him. And he doesn't leave the safe house.
The safe house remains safe because anyone unsafe who makes it to the safe house.
So, we following Simi? What do you want?
So Killian at this point has abandoned the stealth and he is following right behind him,
Well, I
close
guess
enough to do
actually she
anything
would be
about.
going to the place that they already know where to find her, because they send the message.
Mhm.
So like they already know where that place is. They
Yeah.
don't know her shop.
Oh, I guess I haven't actually given a description. So
Right.
Artemis is older. He is a human male. Also shaved head without the stripe in the middle. But a tiny little patch of hair that he has tied up into a little top knot. He wears the full vestments of the order with a gold trim along the inside of one of the sides that is indicative of his particular position. And he walks with a staff that comes up a little bit above his shoulders. Not a limp, but with the staff.
So as you guys are making your way through town with two very clearly delineated members of the order with you, what little crowds there are just sort of part and make way for you guys.
You guys want to not be seen with us quite so directly?
I want to be right. I want to be within striking distance.
that's fair.
I would suggest, however, that she is correct. It would be worth not being seen directly with us, considering what I will be telling you shortly. I give you my word that she will be safe.
Your word doesn't really mean much right now.
I've known too many people at your order to trust your word.
I do not blame you. We've worked together indirectly.
Sure.
Your little...
Sure. Yeah.
He'll keep walking.
Okay, Lucas and I will fall back behind a bit. How did you break my cane?
You do also.
I think he's made of metal, man.
Come on!
I just look at you the first time. My face is swollen.
He's swelling.
He's starting to swell up a little
Forget
bit.
about that!
He's got
How did you break my
twigs.
cane?
Tears.
He's still just the legs of the pants are still dragging behind him as he
You do
walks.
also see occasionally, the guard patrols will pass you, and any of the ones that have the order pin in addition to their other badges will give a nod to the two of you as they pass along their way.
Oh, that's so uncomfortable.
Then you find
Sorry.
you find yourself back on your street, and ushering all of these people into your house. And I think this might be the first time they've ever been there.
True.
It is just up the hill from Castian's shop.
Yeah.
I mean, you know where.
I've seen the outside.
Yeah, you know where
You've
it
seen the
is.
outside. You know where it is. You've seen her from the bluff, but
Yeah.
you've never been
I
here.
don't know when.
No one else has been here. It's a nice house. It is not a manor or anything like that, but it is obviously the home of someone who is, at least on the surface, play acting like a well-off merchant. Not like upper crust, but someone who does well. And it's got, I imagine, a fairly well manicured lawn out front. One corner of it is probably a little Zen garden that for a fact Simi has never set foot in.
Well, you said Zen. You said Zen, so
Right.
we knew Simi immediately
Right.
couldn't be involved.
But there are some flowers in flower boxes that are maybe not as well kept, but very clearly sentimental because they are flowers that harken back to the valley.
I'm a sap.
Periodically, as we're walking, his staff will touch a spot that's like dirt and not just cobblestone, and a little flower will go boop. They are sunflowers.
One of the boxes, which is a little bit more well tended, but still obviously not tended by whatever gardener is doing the thing, does have there is a flower box of amaranth, and that is sitting right outside your bedroom window.
You seem to have done well for yourself. It's definitely a change from the austere nature of the cloister.
It's something. It's
Good. I'm glad. Are we safe to talk here?
I'll let you in. I will not show them the secret wing. But yeah, I invite him in. Would you like tea?
I think I'll abstain for now. Thank you.
I will stand somewhere that positions me between him and any exits he might go for.
All right.
She'll just be really honest too and look at you guys and be like, I'm not offering you tea in case we need to deal with this.
That's fine.
I think that's fair.
Need free hands.
Right.
I suppose first he'll pull out the letter from Akarai. This is from Akarai. You can verify the handwriting, I assume. He said that you have some trouble with creatures that could benefit from my particular expertise in channeling the energy of light in the body. That is unfortunately not the only reason that I'm here.
I get it.
When was the last time you talked to Akarai?
Like, just earlier today, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
He gave me the mirror.
Is that an issue?
He didn't mention you, did he?
I have been out of town until just recently. This was left for me a while ago in our particular drop spot because I worked through him with the rebellion that I understand a lot of you had some hand in the Valley of the Four Kings. That being said, I only arrived back from my last mission yesterday morning. Now, can you write down her name for me?
Oh, yeah.
Odessa Cordet.
I was given a job this morning in the most uncomfortable manner you can imagine by a Miss Corell. Are you familiar with the name?
Say, Corell, you hear that?
I bit my hand on the sword, touching.
You look like you've just been stung by an entire hive of bees.
I fell in a bush.
He fell in a poison oak bush.
I saw.
He broke a metal cane.
To my worries right now.
I'm gonna go over to him and tap him and do the.
I've been taking damage.
If only I had levels in Paladin, I could help.
I'm gonna do the Wave Mercy feature to end your poison condition.
Okay.
Suddenly you can breathe through your nose again.
I still
Does
don't
that work?
I still don't actually know how to do it without slapping you in the face, though. So
If it ends the
Sorry.
poison condition, does it?
Yeah, so it does.
Okay.
Over the next 10 minutes or so, the rash will
You
sort
slap
of
him with the
go
power
away.
of antihistamines.
hand of Benadryl.
How good is my disguise right now?
You slap him and the monocle goes.
I mean, it was a 20. It was a 26.
It was a 26, but my bumbling, what did that brought that down to?
It's about as
You
good
know
as
what?
if we put a
Roll
disguise on a pig.
me. Roll me a d10
Oh jeez.
and subtract that result from the
Oh,
26.
fudge you. 10.
Okay, so
So
it's
16.
down to a 16. So you're still
Right,
disguised, but
well
it's
within range of maybe you might recognize me.
I was to say, as long as you stand still and don't move.
Don't talk.
Have we been acquainted? I understand that you have connections to the Order.
roll me a history check.
+1. 20, unnatural.
That looks an awful lot like the guy that stole all the magic items and disappeared.
Mistress Odessa Corell's assistant.
Right.
If you would know.
Interesting.
Yeah, no, we've never met before. We've never met before.
That's perhaps a separate conversation, although I suspect is probably related.
You think?
So, my particular position has been for the last 30 or so years dealing with those that the Order believes have stepped out of line in some way or another.
Just in you guys' head, internal affairs, basically.
The last probably 12 of those years, I have grown disillusioned with the Order in general, but with my position in particular. The punishments that I was asked to give rarely fit the crime. And the fact that some of those things were a crime in the first place also reeked of corruption. Now, it is my understanding that there have been several cases that you have been assigned recently that have not turned results. To that particular end, it is my suggestion that we turn in results. I am not suggesting, however, that you should go back to them.
I know not what you mean.
I suspect that
It's like this.
that a return would be not only lethal, but also probably very drawn out.
100% yes.
That being said, I believe that our two problems may work in tandem with one another. As we remove your infection from the city, it could come to light that whatever was causing this disturbance and leaving these strange bodies had also taken and destroyed a corpse that is now indistinguishable.
Of a small halfling man.
That being said, I have roughly a week to turn in my report. So sooner would benefit all parties involved.
Over the telepathy, Killian is going to ask you, do you have a way of contacting Acherai?
I do.
I think we need to verify that he did send this message before we...
Hacker's like, what message?
Acherai, forgetting that he had left it there, goes, "What are you talking about?" And we kill you.
So I do, I just kind of hold up my hand. I go to the sending stone in my bag and message Acherai. I think we have a friend of yours here. Did you really send him my way? And I imagine that he might.
I will take a seat on the floor and cross my legs, set my staff across my lap.
I have many such friends that I would be willing to send to you.
What's your name again? Artemis?
Artemis.
Artemis. He's
Ah.
yours?
Yes.
Well, shit.
Okay.
Do I recognize him?
No. He was from a different division,
Okay.
and he was not someone you would have ever interacted with.
So again, over the telepathy, since it's still up. All right, I'm just going out here on a limb. Can you have Acherai verify that that's Acherai? Like, do you have like a pass code you guys shared to verify who it was?
A pet name.
Just to make sure he hasn't been compromised.
She's gonna like make up a memory and be like, do you remember that time on the balcony under the moonlight?
I remember many such times under the balcony, on the balcony under the moonlight.
What the hell are you talking about?
Check
Oh.
to make sure it's you.
Oh,
Oh, wait, what?
of course you're checking to make sure it's me. Smart girl.
Wait, it's not like I can hear anything that you just got back.
No.
Okay.
Like she
She
smart
just
girl.
does this. Was that this part out loud?
Hang on. So it's like, smart girl. No, there was never a balcony. But maybe next time there will be.
No.
And then you just like
Are we planning on having an adult?
I was just like, you're sitting here, and Killian will say this time out loud because is that a we're killing him face, or is that a he gets to live face? You need to work on your facial expressions for these things.
Would her message interfere with my message and all that?
No.
Okay.
It's a,
Sending stone.
it's a
Oh.
sending stone. It's a
Okay.
different thing.
channels.
Sorry, there was a lot going on just then.
Totally fine. That being said, would you like some tea? The lot of you. If you would boil water, I have tea leaves with me.
I mean, we've just met you. That's very suspicious. And I don't know what kind of plants you like.
No. I didn't plant that one specifically. I just take care of a lot of things in the botanical garden when I'm in town.
Still don't like
There are
it.
bodies buried under those bushes.
Yes, I would like some tea, please.
Certainly. So he'll pull open a little pouch in his bag, and there's a little box that he unwraps a leather cord around, and there's like 6 or 7 different leaves of various sorts in there. And so he'll say, I have a number of different tonics in tea, if there's anything in particular that's ailing you, something that might help with your breathing.
I think I'm better now.
If you're sure, you still look a little...
Yep.
Also, the hat really doesn't fit you.
Do you have bean tea?
I don't. I'm sorry. I could procure some fairly easily.
Bean tea?
He,
They just don't
You
make
mean
good
coffee?
tea. No, I do not mean coffee.
Oh no, I know
Anyway.
coffee.
but
Traditional green tea would be fine.
Okay, so congratulations. We have verified you are who you say you are.
Do you have cups available?
yes, so I go to my cupboard and I open the cupboard up, and there is like a meticulous tea set from Mizuki, and like all of these exotic teas
Oh,
up above that she has sent me.
I consider myself woefully unprepared.
I just have, I'm well connected,
I can tell.
but yours are different, and that's still,
They're all homegrown.
Yeah. That's good.
Anybody else?
I
Don't be rude.
take it
Jeez.
you are concerned for poison?
Oh, no, you just, all of you people just don't make good tea.
It's Mizuki,
If you are looking,
I
if you're
know,
looking for
it's
something else, I
terrible.
can procure other things.
It
I just don't
is
carry
fine.
it with me.
He really wants the bean tea, like that's the
That's
stuff
fair.
that he actually likes.
So, well, my
It's just,
specialty
I
is
don't
coffee.
understand how such a large city and everyone here misunderstands what tea is.
I think it's, never mind, but it's fine.
I do understand what you're looking for. I've visited, not your hometown, I suppose, specifically, but I've been to the Valley of the Four Kings. It's a beautiful place.
There is nothing else in the valley to have visited. Well, no, there's nothing else in the valley to have visited.
No, I would have gone to. There is a cloister in.
Cetterton.
It's
Not in Cetterton.
In the Wandswells.
The Wandswells.
That's not
That's
the valley. though.
not in the valley.
That's outside the valley.
Oh,
That's-
for some
that's
reason I had
on
it
the
was
outside.
like just on the inside of the
No,
valley.
it's just on the outside.
Just on
Okay,
the
I
outside.
apologize.
Okay,
Yeah,
you're
so
fine.
that's what I was going for.
I'm beginning to believe that social skills were never really the focus of the Order's teachings, but
I don't know about that. I was pretty decent.
You were fine.
I
Sorry,
don't know
Castian,
that
for not
that's
for not doing very well. I'm just gonna start taking off the disguise and taking off these giant pants.
Wait, are you naked now?
No, I'm wearing my
Oh.
clothes over the baggy
Oh.
clothes because
okay, so we have verified that you are who you say you are. So congratulations, you get to live.
So, how soon do you think that you can be ready to do this, seeing as you apparently have a limited time frame to turn back in a report?
I mean, I have a week. I suspect that your problem would be preferable to handle sooner rather than later.
Yes, I
I
gather that
have-
this spreads.
Would finding a body for our friend here change their opinions? Like,
It
my
might
under-
redirect their search and
Well, my-
give clearance for you to continue a search in other avenues. If the creature that you hunt is to have taken his magical items and
Okay.
left.
Hang on. So, who all is supposed to be searching for him?
To the best of my knowledge, see me. But there could be more. That was, however, not in my briefing.
They only sent one person after him.
I do suspect there would be others, but they have few enough people that they can trust with a high-level theft. And they don't particularly want it well known that they've been stolen from. That would portray a weakness that is unbecoming.
So why would
Bad
they?
image.
Why would they assume that you're not? I don't know. I don't understand the order. I'm confused why the order would assume that Simi is not doing her job when no one else has turned up any evidence either.
So he'll actually pull out the entire folder he was given. It is, I suspect, you've seen these. He'll hand it to you. I suspect it is actually just a coincidence that they have decided that that is the case. After a few very, very successful jobs and then failing in this one regard, especially in such a high-profile case, and they have some reason to suspect connections with Acherai that might have poisoned things because they our mistress Corel does not seem to be on good.
No,
Terms.
no. As far as the
Oh,
order
it ended.
knows,
It ended.
yeah,
Correct.
it ended.
Well, no. This actually still works. Connections with Acherai that might have caused her perhaps to wish to strike out at him in some way, or his father in some way. That being said, they could also know more than they have shared. That, however, is not in my docket.
Seeming looks real uncomfortable.
Looking through the docket and knowing that I probably did these in the past for Mistress Corel.
Mm-hmm.
Can I read between the lines on what this means?
Good man.
What would it be?
Be
Insight?
now.
Make an insight.
Oh, fudge.
With your
Think
minus
high
one.
numbers.
2.
Ah.
15.
15.
So he rolled a 17.
Yeah, I rolled a 17.
It looks like a fairly straightforward case docket.
Okay.
I mean, there are interesting tidbits on Simi's history that have not come out that
Right.
that the order has kept track of. It's interesting that the order thinks that she and Acherai are no longer a thing when you've seen evidence to the contrary.
Right. But does that look like it's been intent? Like, I know I failed, but like, does it feel like?
Are they hiding the fact
Are they
that know?
hiding? Does it feel like there is? This is an official one? This was like an official one, right?
Yeah, this
Does this
looks
feel like Odessa Corel's files? Because I know she has. In my mind, there's the official files,
And then
and then
the ones
there's
that she keeps.
Mistress Corel's files.
I see what you're saying. This has the feel of something that she prepared herself.
Okay, I'll leave it at that because of how bad I rolled, or not how
Yeah,
the roll didn't.
I mean,
succeed
it
as much.
That's
That's probably the best I'm going to be able to do.
it feels
with that roll.
familiar.
Okay.
It is also not impossible that I have in some way been made, that my connection to the rebellion has leaked in some small way, that this is a test. Though I suspect that is a small likelihood. Yeah, start brewing some tea.
I'll happily take what you recommend.
This ruby red is quite good. It's a ginger base.
So if a body showed up,
It would at least provide more time and an easy explanation for why she has not been able to find who she has been assigned to.
No. No.
That wouldn't work.
What reports have you sent in?
Any that I have solved, which would be all except the two that involve these
Right.
guys. I had sent in at some point that I was concerned about the possibility of him having left town and was doing some more research with contacts
Okay.
out of town. I have not yet indicated to them that there is a different problem.
Okay.
Um,
That might be something to share.
Yeah, so I would actually say that to you and say, if nothing else, you could early tell them that I now have suspicions that are leading me to look into some of the situations at the dock.
Mm.
It would also make sense if he had left and come back, potentially on ship.
But she would never believe that I was dead. She would know.
You
Why is that?
Oh.
If we provided a body, I don't see an issue with her believing that you
Yeah.
dead.
Oh.
So
See.
unless I pass the veil, shall we say, she'll know when I go, and she knows when I don't go.
Ah, so she has some sort of magical connection to you.
Yes.
Oh,
Let's
this
say
is
that.
That
this is
does
a
make that
big
more
thing.
difficult.
you wouldn't happen to know where the fine print of that arrangement is.
Like,
Would
is it like a
would I
physical
keep?
contract?
Well, knowing what I know of the thing, is it a physical contract thing or is it a handshake? Is it
It's a gentleman's
is it a gentleman's agreement? Is it blood?
Dissipated like with the pawn of
I don't. I probably don't know where it is, and I probably don't know what it was for. But do I know what it probably would have?
You know that
been?
there is a physical component bound in magic, powerful magic. You don't know where it is.
And you don't know what it's for.
You don't know what it's for.
Right.
Interesting. That does complicate things.
Would the anti-magic at the manor be able to help?
So if you did die
Mm-hmm.
for a very, very small period of time,
Oh, once I'm dead, that's it.
So you said be technically dead.
I no.
He can't
Once
come
I'm
back.
dead, that's it. Because my
yeah,
friend
you're right.
will
right.
just take it and go.
How is this a thing for you? How does this keep happening?
Well, to be fair, the first time it happened, it wasn't his choice. He just then made another separate deal to get him out of the first problem.
Well, no.
This poor monk.
As sort of a running theme with Lucas over here, we continue to make deals to escape the predicaments we're in.
Can't we make another deal?
I can.
God, please no. Don't.
Okay, so this all loops us back around to two problems.
Mm-hmm.
One, we can't turn
Quite
you
hot.
in. Two, we need to get him his power back so that we can go about untangling the nonsense he's tied up in. No, thank you. Which does bring me to another question, however. So, they are upset about her not capturing him, but they don't seem to care, it seems like, about the theft she was assigned to investigate.
It's in there too.
Both thefts.
Yeah.
No, I believe both of those are
So
important.
we
One of them is
could,
much
but it
more high
doesn't-
profile, though.
So again,
It doesn't seem.
So we could just frame someone for our theft instead and use that as
Killian.
evidence. What?
No. No.
Someone else bad, not just some
You
random.
pick someone who deserves it.
I might know a certain hat maker.
You have done enough. No. Okay, we'll talk. I know enough of the
If
seedy
she
underbelly. We
caught
can probably
information
fix it.
to tip them off to where the the theft of the magical ink stuff happened, would that work?
I mean, that it certainly could not hurt her case.
Okay, well that's easy. We still have some of it.
That theft was also okay.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. That was also us, as it happens.
So the reason both of those cases have remained unsolved
Is because that would be us again.
Well, I've been trying really hard in the night to do all of the other ones that they have assigned.
And also in our defense, we tried really hard to do it so that they wouldn't notice.
I remember this case.
that-
Wasn't it in the middle of the street?
See,
Yes, yes, it
that
was.
would be because
You have hit one of those sore spots for me. She's like, yep. Yes, yes.
that would be because we tried to get it while it was still in the warehouse and remove it without them noticing, and they moved it. So I had to hit, and so at this point, you can tell he's just gotten directly. So I had to go grab it while it was on the move, as opposed to when it was in the warehouse, and it was very difficult to do that quietly.
Let me actually start some chamomile.
The blood is raising in her face. Yep.
Gonna need a minute.
I see.
But hey, better in our hands than theirs, right?
Sure, with all that access that we have to it. Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Isn't it all in a warehouse? Yes.
What, no, what are you talking about? I've been using it like every night.
Oh, I'm sorry. That was a Danny thing.
Okay.
Okay.
No, it's fine for Simi to have not known that either, to not realize that we split it between people and we're actively using it to do things.
What?
I would continue to be using it. I'm just stuck with not
Right.
doing anything at the moment.
You've been.
But yeah, we stole it to use it.
Did you think we were just
What,
like?
what, you thought we
what
just
did you
robbed
think we
them just for fun?
Kind
And
of.
just
No!
toss it to the side? I mean,
I.
Yes, Simi, I've been bathing and squidding. Is that what you think we've been doing? You think I would risk my life?
I don't know.
You think I would risk my life against the Order who want me dead
I thought
because
it
I
was
want to bathe in squidding?
I thought it was to keep them from having it and having the power over it. I didn't realize that you've got just been keeping a warehouse of it somewhere.
No!
We've been
I have
using
bottles!
it. Too many things. Killian will reach into his bag and pull some out. We have it. We use it.
I've been writing
I'm
spells in my
I can't
grimoire
believe you
with
thought
it.
that I robbed that entire wagon and didn't do anything with it.
see, I'm not looking so bad, huh?
Is this how it feels to be you all the time and everyone
Yeah.
just accuses you of things?
You
And don't
randomly well, not randomly. You hit at least one innocent hat
There's
maker.
a little bit of rain. Whoop-dee-doo.
You ruined their stock. You tried to blow two of our friends out.
In his defense, they tried to throw a Molotov into the
They
building
tried
we
to
were
burn
in
my
while we
shop
were in
down.
it.
Are we sure you can't just arrest these people?
I was about to say I'd like to see him try, but he could. He could.
I have known some very impressive 60-year-old men. I'm just saying. Sorry.
Okay.
Nothing to be sorry about. I can see that this is a problem that will take more than this discussion.
Okay.
But I guess back to the task at hand.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, so this all loops around to the very first thing we have to do is kill the nasty thing living in the hull of that
Yes,
ship.
before it continues to convert other things into nasty things.
To which I have a plan
Okay.
that you're not gonna like.
I'm listening.
I can sink the ship.
But we
It's
need to
dry
go.
docked currently. It doesn't sink because there's no water.
I can blow up the ship.
He could blow up the ship.
But we need to go back to Castian's shop so I can show you the schematics I have.
Okay.
Let me finish my tea. Sorry.
It's good tea.
Thank you.
Thank you.
These people.
If you drink the tea, you'll feel better.
Did you want me to drink tea? She thinks that we stole things and just, I don't know, like, if we did. She didn't even think that we sold it. She thought we just put it in a warehouse.
Yeah, my warehouse.
I've never seen someone masquerading as a merchant who has so little understanding of what one should do with commodities.
Wash this cup. I'll put the
Like,
cup
like I
back.
also have to function as a merchant to actually be able to, like,
Right?
just look at you like you're such an ass. Masquerading.
Thought we put it in a warehouse.
I don't
I
know.
can put the cup back up.
It's
and-
fine.
I'll wash that for you.
Oh, well, thank you.
Okay, so you have radiant power then.
That's a word for it, yes. It's derived from the energies of both the earth and the body.
Okay, and you can use this in what way?
Well, a number of ways it can be utilized. Some of them at a distance. From here, 30 feet. From here to the back wall there.
Okay.
Um,
I'm liking this.
and some tend to be more direct, and he'll sort of he sets his staff again across his lap where he's laid it, and he'll just crack his knuckles, and across the knuckles will be a little bit of like radiant energy that flows.
Okay, this we can work with.
Punching with the power of the sun. That works.
So you two get to be our frontline fighters.
Pardon?
I was unaware that you were.
Oh, yeah,
Well, as the only person who's confirmed any kill against
Yeah.
these things, you get to go on the front line then.
Okay.
I thought that was you
Yeah.
with the mirror.
Wait, the mirror's not gonna work that many times.
Okay, that's fair.
Also, he could just shoot it above my head and it would miss. I'm very small.
That's awesome.
Anyway, to the shop where I can show you my plan that you're not
Yes.
gonna like.
Mm-hmm.
I love
Again,
you,
it would be
Tolkien.
best if I was not seen with most of you.
Oh, fair enough.
Especially
guys go.
considering my particular current circumstance. It would be best if we were not seen together in public.
Yeah. If you
Come on,
guys
Lucas.
So I
just
get
know.
not seeing him, but
If I am investigating her, and I am seen directly with the lot of you,
They will associate
Known
us.
associates.
And this will become a problem.
oh, are we not already associated?
Not
in
from
the
this file.
Now that does not mean that more is not known that they did not choose or deign to share with me. That being said, it would be best if we were not seen together.
Either Akurai's been doing a lot of damage control, or they're not nearly as observant as I thought they were.
Or they're not recording it and giving it to me. Again, the whole thing is a little off.
Yeah, it is.
Come on, Lucas.
Like I
Come on,
said,
walk.
this could well be a test of my integrity.
Stupid hat. Not stupid hat, but stupid hat.
I do suspect that they indeed. It would not surprise me if they do think that I am disconnected from Akurai. It would surprise me if they don't know more than what they are giving him.
Why have you investigated though? What are they gonna gain by doing that?
If she has indeed been harboring fugitives or something to that effect, then I should be able to find out. If they know that that is the case, however, then it is a test of my integrity and my position.
How much of this has come from Rosk? Does it say?
I actually suspect none of it.
Really?
Really.
It seems like this was made by Mistress Corell herself. I recognize her
I have
work.
never worked directly with or around Master Rosk.
But isn't he the head of the order now?
Yes.
Yes.
So shouldn't everything be being done on his orders at some level?
There's a lot of gray area. Things that are perhaps not directly in his purview.
Master Rosk mainly controls the wider range of the monastery, the majority of it. But then there are the small, departments, and they have their own head. Mistress Corell is part of the searching for people, and
Department of
the
Corrections, as
Department
it
of
were.
Corrections / collections, I guess would be the term.
Would I
And then there's
know
Eternal
her?
Affairs.
You would know her department, and you would have perhaps heard of her, but you've never met her.
She was not in charge of my issues.
No. Her department would deal more with the location and reacquiring of magical items.
Unfortunately, your case is one that, well, I would have liked to have looked into, given the high-profile status of those involved. I was unable to do so. For that, you have my apologies. You deserved better.
Thank you. She just kind of swallows hard and keeps eyes forward, and we should hear your plan out. We can at least divert them still if they believe that I think that he's there and I'm doing these things, then that still at least buys time, if nothing else.
I suppose, but that still requires us to also go acquire a halfling body.
No. It doesn't. If I suspect that there is reason to believe that he is there and am investigating that and find this, me handling that problem would also just be a part of being a good steward of the order. So
Okay.
what I find does not have to line up with what I suspect. But it is just buying time.
Mm-hmm.
Might buy a good bit, since that would have been a very cold lead, assuming we even live through whatever it is.
When does your plan go into effect? When are you planning on attacking this creature?
Well,
I think we were hoping
Tomorrow.
tonight. Or,
tonight?
Or tonight.
well, that would be another person dead if we don't do it tonight.
Yeah.
Now the rest of your party,
Okay.
they were
Lyra
Oh.
and Rain have
This is the party.
Yes. I know that instills a lot of confidence given
Oh.
what you saw at the garden.
two of our friends have decided to
They have become
become a family and
otherwise engaged as of
20 minutes ago.
3
couple
hours
hours ago. The Kazakh and Nyx are
MIA.
missing. We presume they are hiding somewhere. Hold up. As
That also
these
complicates
particular
things.
issues were, these particular creatures were targeting them specifically.
But you got me, and I'm awesome. So.
I have no doubts. Akurai was. He seemed fond of you.
Not sure that makes sense.
Simi actually has the letter.
Yeah, okay.
What's not to like?
I mean, I suppose you tried to kill me, and I still like you. So
I don't know that you always
Yeah.
make wise choices.
It's been a good hot minute since I tried to kill you.
true.
Yeah, this is what I've been working with.
I like
Heading
how we've
to
done very
Castle
well.
Well,
North.
shall we go? Shall we go?
So you guys head back down to the shop.
So,
A hat shop.
oh yes, but we go through the back entrance. go head down the alleyway.
Oh wait, question: is the arcane lock still activated on the door,
Yeah.
or does that go away because Rain's gone?
Rain's not the one who put the arcane
Is it
lock.
not?
I did.
Oh, it's you. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, and Rain's spell will have worn off by
Yeah.
now.
So I will go over and open the door so we can all go in.
An interesting choice of locale.
So I like to imagine that you have your racks, you know, like all your stuff, and there's an area that's been cleared, and there's like what is clearly a space that people have been using as like a cooking fire. Except like imagine, you know, like your firing made out of cinder blocks. And it's just on the stone floor. And there's like some cots and like people have clearly been using like crates or boxes as like, you know, chairs, and like a bigger one as a table. And tacked up on the wall are these schematics of the ship.
I just take a crate and sit on it and just get ready for the lecture, taking notes. All right,
I
let's
do
hear it.
have another half to my shop. It is much more presentable than this.
Yeah, we didn't feel like it was appropriate for us to be living in the hat shop half of the shop.
If you ever like a hat, please let me know.
I would love to commission one.
Yeah, we'll talk about
Okay.
this.
So, here's my plan.
Getting notes ready.
He's gonna pull out one of the, I forget, the pointer sticks to like...
Yeah. Pointers.
Okay, so we go into the dry dock. We infiltrate, more accurately, I infiltrate in the bottom of the dry dock. I climb up onto the hull of the ship. I will go ahead and point just over. Based on what I have been told from what our friend here has seen about where the creature is, we think this area is probably the appropriate place for me to go. And I gesture to a bunch of hand doggers that are out of various sizes and that are out on this table. I will go and drill a hole.
Which of these implements?
After having drilled a hole through the hull, if we have lined up where we need to be properly, I will use the same technique I used to steal the cart. For you two, you've heard this plan before. It's for you.
Right.
I will use the same technique I used to take everything out of the cart, so that they didn't notice me, to steal the sarcophagus in which the enemy is residing in. We will then relocate it to a place of our choice to deal with whatever is inside. Your jobs will be making sure that I don't get caught and eaten alive.
Oh, you're right. I really don't like anything about that.
I told you wouldn't.
I mean, we could, make a distraction. Just to have them guaranteed to head out.
What's your little ability called?
It's called transposition.
I see.
Oh, I should explain for you. You were not here. So I can take all the items, any object within a 10-foot radius hemisphere, and he'll pull out this box that is like sort of like glows a little bit. I can condense it all down in suspended animation into this box. We can then pull it all back out in an area of our choosing out of this box.
And you can take creatures into that box?
So I don't know. I haven't tested it, but it's worth
There
a
are
shot.
plenty of rats in this city if you should decide to test this before implementing it. Is this a certain number of times per day? Is this a
I
charge?
A ritual?
I can add or remove things to the box 3 times per day.
I see.
So, to reiterate your plan, 1, to infiltrate the dry dock, and you will auger the bottom of the boat into the hull.
At the same time that we create a distraction.
Or, I mean, you don't even necessarily need to create a distraction, but you all need to be on hand in case I attract the horde of 40 some odd
Which is
nasty.
Second step is that we steal the sarcophagus with your transposition.
Yep.
3, the rest of us are protecting you while you do this and causing a distraction against the...
Right, and then
Spots.
we can have the bad guy in a box, so we can bring him back out of the box and deal with him at a place and time of our choosing.
And what exactly is your exit strategy? If these creatures are alerted to your presence.
Ah, that's a great question. I'm gonna run like hell.
That's the roster.
I see. I can see a small problem with the run like hell. Lucas,
Yeah,
I do not mean to give offense,
but you're going to.
but
What?
It is my assumption that you would struggle to keep up in a foot race with the others here. Is
Well,
that
you know
correct?
what happens when you assume.
But feel free to correct me. I am.
I have abilities that make me go far.
You do?
I do.
That you can use?
Actually, yes.
Okay, that's wonderful.
I
Thank
have
you.
one spell that does not require artifacts or my actual spellcaster. It's from a feat.
Okay, that was all. I was not trying to take offense.
Also,
I'm
concerned for
very
your
good at
safety.
hiding, so if it came down to it, I can just hide.
Are you?
Look,
he sometimes is.
I had long pants.
Also, we won't leave him.
I had a very
unsupervised at
big
any point,
floppy
given
hat
that
and
the
I didn't
last
see
time
the
we had to
bush.
go to this boat, it was because he got locked in a pantry in it.
Oh, my condolences.
Yeah.
Pantries can be tricky.
The only other alternative solution I can think of is we infiltrate the boat as a team and hope that we find the big bad nasty guy before anybody finds us, and that if we kill him, it makes everything else go away.
I don't like either.
Well, the whole point of this is to kill him.
I don't have anything better.
Right, but this way allows us to maybe get to fight him without having to deal with a horde or get caught by them.
So if you cannot take... Oh, sorry, I interrupted.
I'm sorry, I do have something that I've been holding out on. And I'm gonna pull out a little 1-inch metal cube.
That was it, wasn't it?
No, this is something different.
I got a jar of dirt.
Yeah.
That no, this is something different. Was that it? Is that what Castian says?
Damn it, he would have.
Getting it. Whatever it is, I'm getting it.
That was it. No, that was something different.
I'm not going to show you what it was.
When I throw this and I say a word, it expands to 20 feet by 20 feet by 30 feet high into pretty much impregnable fortress.
Oh.
So you're saying you could open that within the confines of the ship?
Oh, absolutely.
And then
Blow it
destroy
up.
the ship and the
Or-
city block.
Or
Look at it. Do you have an auger that's an inch by an inch? Because we could just
well,
Condo.
or if we're on the run from the horde, we can get inside.
Oh, that's true.
So it's like a better version
It's
of
an
the tower I used to
extra
have.
dimensional space, or...
No, not
No, it just creates a
it gets
fortress.
big. It gets big.
Right, what is to stop them from entering behind you?
Oh,
that is my...
it is a magical door that nobody can enter unless I say.
Sounding more
But it would be a defensible position.
I'm not sure that would help. I mean, that's not a bad thing to have, but I don't know how much that's going to change the fact that we'll eventually have to fight all of them.
True, but I'm saying for the immediate danger.
Yeah, if something like immediately and like things start going bad, that
Yeah,
wouldn't be
that's
bad.
a very
Worst
good
case
panic
scenario.
button.
Yeah.
And again, I could drop it into the ship and expand it, blowing it up.
And normally I'd say that was a good way to handle it, except given the number of explosives I used on the crowd of them last time and the
Yeah.
little damage it did, I don't think it'll actually... Yeah, so I feel like our two options are pull the bad guy away somewhere else or sneak into the ship and kill the bad guy real fast.
Basically, it comes down to do we want to go from the top of the ship or from the bottom of the ship? Is it seems that's the question.
I will say this, like, as it's expanding, you better get out of the way, you're gonna get hurt really bad.
So,
Just saying.
Fair enough.
since you don't like my idea, would you rather we just infiltrate the ship from the top, go all the way into the bottom and kill the
See,
thing?
This is the problem. I feel like both of them are terrible ideas, but I don't have a better one. So I will yield to the one that you
I mean, the
is-
first one I think is better because we
Yeah.
can start our way to the bottom and catch them by surprise.
And
Whereas the top one, we're just going to be fighting our way down.
Of the
causing
two,
a-
I do think that that one is probably better.
Now, that being said, I would say that if it appears you are about to be caught, or if your thing fails to be able to capture a living being, which I have a wealth of experience with magical items, and that does tend to be a limitation of many of them. If that is the case, Do we then move from that plan immediately into the other, where we all try to infiltrate? Because the moment we make a distraction, we are then dealing with
Yes.
all of them at once.
Okay.
But it's at that point we're sort of at the
But
bottom
do
of
we
the dry dock.
do we leave at that point
to be
and then
fair,
come back again?
To be fair, this does depend what kind of distraction you have in mind. But in general, I would say if this plan doesn't work, we need to regroup and come at it again, because at that point, stealth we will have lost the ability for stealth, and past experience has shown us that there are too many enemies between us and them to be able to effectively. I think if we tried to fight our way through, we would lose the mirror's abilities before we even got to the whatever it is.
Okay.
I could just throw this in the middle of the and expand it and then run like hell.
Yeah,
That's true.
but
If it came down to it, yeah.
That'd be a good
I
strategy.
mean, I feel like if you punch and I have the sword, you can basically just start knocking them down. And then
Yeah, I would.
we want to give him the mirror,
Oh, sorry.
or do we want to have
I don't
him?
know how much aggro I filled you in on. These things heal incredibly quickly. I used some explosive devices I had prepared to try and cause as much mayhem as possible.
I gather as much.
I did not kill a single one.
How much
I see.
damage did your explosives do?
It dealt like 48 fire damage and 48 thunder damage.
And it hurt them,
But I
but
don't have
they
any more.
regenerate
I
fast.
used them all.
My Q potentially at max 100.
Well, and the problem is that they heal
Well,
so
yeah.
fast that you
Yeah.
can't.
That's why we
Can't
need
stay on top of
But I'm saying, like, my
the-
cube could
the
knock
radi-
them
the
down, and then
radiant.
we could start taking them out.
That's true.
Maybe.
Of course, I can only do one at a time because
Of course, we could always go back to our original idea, which was to somehow lure the horde into a fatal funnel and take them on.
What is the layout around the dock? I'm not particularly familiar with the dry dock.
blah.
There's some alleys available, some warehouses nearby.
But overall, it's fairly open, I assume, for
My
space to
concern would be
work.
them getting on top.
Did they seem to have any kind of ranged abilities, ranged weapons of any sort?
All
Not that I
melee.
saw.
What did they use to attack you with?
Their claws.
Okay.
Well,
Yeah.
were the ones that attacked us in the
Claw-
restaurant?
claws
Was
and
that
biting.
in the restaurant?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought one of them had a sword, but I could be wrong.
No, that
They
might
can
be
also turn insubstantial when they choose to.
I see.
I'm not sure the limitations of everything they can do with that. And there are at least 40 of them. And we have been led to believe that whatever the leader of them is significantly more powerful than that.
But I also will bring up that if we do bad guy in box, at that point the spawn are just going to continually attack us until they get the box.
But see, they would have to know where we are.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
See, I don't think any of you are going to... I wouldn't assume any of you would necessarily be right next to me. You'll just be in the area to provide support and to distract them while I grab the thing and move my way out.
What are the chances that they have some weird built-in, like, GPS system for
What's GPS?
for like some kind of
The
a
guided
connection?
pigeon system.
Then we are no more screwed than we already are.
I suppose that's fair.
I recommend not going back to my shop after this is done. But,
At least not directly, no.
yeah.
Unless, again, I don't think this is a good idea, but I'm out of other options.
We could hide in Hawthorne's warehouse.
Hawthorne.
Will you stop it? There are plenty of
hat
empty
maker?
warehouses.
I mean, to this point, I'm still not convinced that you don't deserve exactly what you have coming.
I'm just presenting, different options.
Thank you.
I'm just offering different options.
So,
It's about as good a plan as we're ever going to get. Plus,
We've had worse
we're
plans.
on a short time list, so...
alright.
We've done worse.
Not by much.
Lucas, the closer you stay to me, the more I will be able to help you if you need to move quickly, unless you said you had some sort of a way to move.
I do.
But if you need help, please let me know.
Okay.
How many people can you do your telepathy with?
Let me check if it's 4 or 4 with me included.
Thank you, Chipper.
Hello.
It says 1 or more creatures you see up to your proficiency. So I'm guessing.
So your proficiency bonus is 4.
So
I
for
would
you-
imagine that's you plus 4.
Yeah, I would read it that
Okay.
way.
Same
as well.
as well.
And it's only good for a mile.
I mean,
That's fine.
that's
we,
fine.
won't, we won't be outside of that.
Yeah.
All right, so as you guys finish finalizing your plans, this is a good spot for us to step away for the week. Hope you guys enjoyed tonight's session. We will be back with you next week, hopefully, to continue and see how this whole brouhaha goes.
boy.
In the meantime, if you want to watch more, you can go out to our YouTube channel. If it's your first time there, be sure you hit like and subscribe. Make sure you turn on the notifications, and you'll always know when we put new content up. To keep tabs on what we're doing as far as our broadcasting schedule, be sure you check out our Discord server. You'll always know when we put what the schedule is going to be, because I do try and keep that updated. Although I've been really bad at not updating it, so I need to get back in the habit of it. Be sure you check on the Discord. It will be your best bet to know if anything with our schedule has changed. That's going to do it for us here tonight, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Come back and see us next week. Until then, remember.
Grab your bats and grab your balls.
And if all you have is a hammer, everything looks like a glass house.
Good night.
Good night.